Yeah, what's up? We back in the stream is back up. Just gotta put out a new stream. Let me see something here. Let's see. Gas. I'm gonna step on the gas. Oh man, so much drama in the LBC. Check the description. Hey Triforce, what's going on, guys? Give me a second. I gotta set up everything. How many people was in? Did anyone count the amount of people that was in here when we was having this discussion and Q&A with Billy? I don't know if anyone was watching. Oh man. Okay, where are we? Twitter. Be with you guys on YouTube for a second, cause we gotta kind of like just chill right now. Your boy Triforce is burning out. What? Hey, who's that? So Tipster said Tipster says in this stream Triforce said he agreed with Twin Galaxy's verdict. So I asked if he thinks Billy didn't use official hardware. He said no. So I asked if thinks Billy didn't use official hardware. I was twisting his words, then proceeded to say he thinks Billy used non-official hardware. What the F? What is he saying? He asked me if I agreed with Twin Galaxy's verdict. I said based on his scientific findings, they concluded that Billy Mitchell did not play on official hardware. He asked me, so do you think Billy used official hardware? It's like, no, the scientific findings states he didn't use official hardware. Like, okay, that's it. It's not what I think. There's nothing to do with what I think. Is the sun hot? Does it matter what I think if the sun's hot or not? The sun's hot. Okay, I'm lost at that, but whatever. All right, so let's open up for discussion, guys. What do you guys think about the whole like the Q&A? Your thoughts? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The Discord. Let me turn up the Discord. Speak. Someone speak. Okay, there you guys go.
Triforce. Yes. I gotta say this on live for the record.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you striking profanity from this? Because I can do it with the profanity or without it.
No. This is the post stream. It gets deleted anyway.
Oh, wonderful.
But I would urge you a certain level of discretion. Like, just because you can curse, don't mean you should. But I'll leave that up to your discretion.
Just the one.
It doesn't make a difference to me, Paul John. I'm gonna delete the stream regardless. So.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Okay, and I need you to stick with me on this one. This is a friend giving another friend some professional advice.
You're giving me advice?
Yes, I'm giving you some professional advice here. Okay, here it goes.
All right.
Fuck this fat ass, Michelin Man tire looking ass, Pillsbury Doughboy motherfucker.
Look.
Please stop communicating with this man. He is only leeching off of your reactions to get him views. That's it. He is a parasite. Okay? Outside of anything else, I don't know the man, but what he's doing right now is parasitic. Okay? He knows full-blown damn well that you did not mean to call Billy a cheater. I think we're all pretty much on the side that nothing has proven that Billy cheated, but this guy, it doesn't matter. He's like Trump right now. He's just doing things to get reactions out of people, and his fan base is not going to hold him accountable for what he's doing because they don't like you. So they'll just eat up everything he says.
But first of all, I didn't call Billy. I didn't say.
I know you didn't. He gets to say you did, though, and then chastise you for saying you misquoted him. He misquoted you.
But there's a video where it shows you where you never hear Triforce say that. So
they just need this fat fucking. Okay, all right. Look, they just need this cheese sandwich over here of a man. Okay, to just say you said it, and then make you sound ridiculous for whatever kind of like anecdotal crap he wants to throw in. He's a parasite.
All right, now
he's beneath this. Okay,
I 100% understand you, but you know me, Pauldron. It's not that
I do.
It's not that I play devil's advocate, but I'm a man that the type of person I am is I let everyone, or I allow for everyone to be able to speak their piece.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that's fine, that's noble, I agree with that concept. But this guy who has really nothing at all except for, you know, he's just another shout caller for the pitchfork torch wielding lynch mob that is the classic gaming scene right now. I do not approve of letting this man come up on your stuff. He's not asking questions because he legitimately cares.
He's not impartial.
He's not impartial at all. All he's doing is rallying, like you're just riling up the goddamn lynch mob. That's all he does. Okay, those are the people who come and watch his channel. Okay? He doesn't do anything. I actually took the time to look at this man's channel. He doesn't do anything. He's one of those reporters that goes out, gets their news no matter what they have to do, and then just spins it their own way. Don't give this guy...
Hey. He never said he's a reporter. He says a commentator.
Same thing.
Or something like that.
Same thing. It's the same exact thing. No, nothing doing with the semantics here. That's what he does. That's what his channel's about. His channel's about talking about stuff that he heard from sources that he can, you know, easily reach out to. Don't give this dude the time of day. He's a waste of space.
Well, to be fair, the stream... I made the stream, and the stream was open to the public. Who's breathing on the mic like that? Who is that?
Let me see here. That might be me. I'm sorry. Oh. I don't think I'm breathing. It might be my mic.
Triforce, I understand the stream being open to the public, but
like,
gotta cut some of the riffraff.
Yeah, but it's not like. First of all, it's not like I went out, Tipster, I'm streaming, call my stream. I didn't. It's an open forum. It's examining the verdict. And people, all right, so to put into context, people were donating and asking questions, which I found random. So they were just mad. People just started donating, asking a bunch of questions.
I think that's a good thing.
That was a good thing. And in between the donations, I was reading questions from the chat, and I saw Tipster, and he was commenting. He was questioning me based off of a reply I said to someone who asked a question. So I replied to him. So it's not that I'm feeding into him. Obviously, if I'm speaking, he's gonna look to see what he can get from what I'm saying. You can't stop that. And I'm like, so and I'm not gonna. I don't ban people off my street because I don't want to hear what they have to. I just find something funny about this country. There are a lot of principles about this country talking about the First Amendment, innocent until proven guilty. But the people of this country don't really do that. They don't believe in that principle. They just agree with it because everyone else agree with it. And if you don't agree with it, then you'll look bad. So in reality, they're frauds.
But this is what I'm saying though. He's just adding fuel to that fire. He's the justification for it. He's the guy who goes out there and says, "Yeah, let's just all keep going on this chaotic path of logic." But no, I don't think you should be giving him any of your time. I wish I was here sooner. If I saw his name in the chat, I would have banned him.
I told you about that. Don't do that, man. I don't want people thinking that we have abusive mods.
I have a problem with him as of this moment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if he wants to have if he ever comes to you talking about some unfairness or whatever, some biasness or whatever, send him to me. Because I would be the one to pull the trigger. I don't give a fuck.
When you say you'll pull the trigger, the first thing I thought of is 40-Year-Old Virgin with Kevin Hart. I'm about to pull the trigger off.
No, let it be. I don't care who's watching right now. I have a problem with Tipster as of this moment, and I have a problem with anybody who comes on here and tries to get their little scoop and just misquote things and stuff. No one has any journalistic integrity on the internet. All right, and I'm really sick of it. And this dude, this fucking Michelin tire looking ass. Ooh.
Oh man, Uncle Fester been up to the same tricks, man.
It's not how you get ahead.
Hands. Fuck this guy. Oh my god.
Uncle Fester's back, man.
And it's nothing new. It's nothing new. Like, this is just something I deal with. Okay? Part of what I oblige myself to do is to take down dudes like this. Okay? So if he's gonna keep half stepping, he's gonna get fucked up.
Can't take full steps. Look big he is. He barely can take a full step. So he gotta have
fork looking motherfucker.
May I ask a quick question though? Not trying to make it hype or anything. Just for context for myself, since this is my first stream in a while that I've came to. Is there some sort of I wouldn't say beef per se. I wouldn't to me. I wouldn't think that's the proper word to use.
As far as I'm concerned, Triforce doesn't have any beef with anybody. I have a problem with Tipster. I have a problem with Tipster coming in here, asking stupid questions, even though there's already a video. Loaded questions, and then just misquoting the people who give him the answers.
Well, they're not loaded. No one can.
It's loaded in his case because the context of him asking is just so he can manipulate what you said.
Pretty much is getting free content off of you.
That's what I don't like.
Stealing and he's really just stealing from you and not even paying you.
Yeah, but let him rock.
Why?
I'm gonna hit him with a rock.
Let him rock and let him rot, man. That's no problem.
No, but hats. Hats.
Let niggas rock. You gotta let him rot. You gotta let niggas start rotting, man. Everybody making a come up except for you. Fuck that. Time for us to eat. We hungry, man.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was in the room. It was an open forum. We was examining the verdict.
Let me see him lurking and see what I'll do to him again.
My man didn't examine shit. Ooh, what a fucking scumbag! It's taking every ounce of my. It's taking every fiber of my being not to respond to his Twitter page.
There'll be a new video up by tomorrow.
Probably. What a fucking scumbag!
So,
American Centipede, though.
Dude, what I'm trying to say is, how many people we got watching the stream right now?
I don't know. I'm not watching.
Hold on.
43 watching.
Huh?
40. There's like 40 something watching, right?
43.
There's 43 people watching this. I'm trying to appeal to everybody's common sense here. What Tipster did just moments ago would not be tolerated by these people. If it was given, it was put in any other context. Okay.
Okay.
An injustice anywhere is an injustice. Okay. If anybody else did some scumbaggy shit like he just did in real time, okay, who would really put up with that stuff in any other context? Be real. Don't just let Tipster get away with it because he's a Michelin tire-looking motherfucker.
Don't make us a human centipede.
Just because he consists of grilled cheese sandwiches, don't let him get away with his nonsense. Just because his blood is Parmesan.
Look, man, just because he built like a falafel don't mean nothing.
Exactly. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Just because he looks like he's ready to hibernate, don't let him get away with this.
In all seriousness, though,
I
like,
think you're
just
serious.
I'm not being serious. You don't think I'm being serious?
Like I'm about to lose it here. This is why I'm saying in all seriousness for myself.
For butter, man. And the cheap government, the government butter.
Oh,
non-dairy creamer is not Listerine, man.
Nigga gargle with canola oil.
oh man. Alright, but just to put a cap on
This
this.
is why people think Empire Arcadia is a horrible organization.
My man just did some. Look. If you were a higher profile person in society, he could be sued for what he just did. His whole life could be ruined. Just if you decided to press charges. Had you had a higher profile in society.
Just trying to burn a couple carbs, man.
He wouldn't dare. He wouldn't. There are people way bigger than you that he could be doing this shit to, Triforce, but he chose you because of this scandal. That's some bullshit. He deserves everything he gets.
I mean, like,
Just nod and smile, Triforce, and let us do us.
I allow, look, I allow everybody to have their say. That's the whole point. I'm consistent with that. I allow haters to have their say. I believe in freedom of speech. People go, oh, what about hate speech?
We can't be letting niggas make it come up off of us. Though.
Okay, but in the same country where we got freedom of speech, you ain't allowed to steal and manipulate information. All right?
correct.
That is deplorable behavior. So if he wants his freedom to speak, he better use it responsibly.
Why don't he get invited to none of them E3 conferences and game conventions?
Like, right, who is he? Like, he doesn't do anything. Like, Jesus Christ. Stop giving him your time. Stop giving your time and energy.
Right,
I know you were just answering a question. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, he's a scumbag. I'm pointing that out.
Jekyll Hoff asked you, what did he do? So someone just came into the stream and wants to know, what did he do? So, yeah.
He was the reason of the Twinkie shortage a couple of years ago.
All right.
This is wrong. You guys need to stop.
Spread them out. We fired off too many at once. Spread them out.
God damn it, this man has a family.
I mean,
I hope his family understands the kind of scumbaggery he's up to.
They probably hate his ass.
Oh my God. I would.
A family of sweaty hands. Just.
Oh man, you know, so sad. I think this replay of the stream will be more watched than the Billy Mitchell thing because of you both.
I mean, like, I'm over here playing Guild Wars, and you come and tell me that you need help with a thumbnail. Later on, I hear that this dude's twisting your words up. Oh my God, I'm tight.
What is going on?
Having a good day today, and all of this, and this fat fucking cheese sandwich coming talking some shit.
I come in and Black Hog is roasting somebody. What is this? What is the word?
I can't roast that much fat. I ain't got that much energy.
Okay.
I mean, he took the whole 9 yards. Like, he's gone at this point.
And he took the whole 12 gallons.
Damn. Yo, like, what is going on?
Look, Uncle Fester got online.
I'm trying to be calm and civil about this stuff, but I just like he's gonna get away with it because he's a scumbag and he's got a bunch of scumbag followers that just repost and agree with everything he says because it's just this big huge lynch mob.
So in context, right? From my sake, he's like a miniature version of like game coverage Alex Jones.
Excuse me,
that what you're
miniature?
saying?
There's nothing miniature about him.
Yeah, this
What is going on?
you know what I'm saying? This man is.
I
very
mean,
spiritual.
there probably is one thing that's miniature about the man. Let's be real.
Maybe in scope.
Come on now. Come on now.
Damn, but-
I don't think he can
Come
zoom out far enough. I don't.
Look, I'd be mad if I was built like Robotnik.
Oh my god.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. It's too easy. It's at this point it's getting too easy.
Nigga like Kirby when he let himself go.
Oh my god.
I'm done. man.
Who are y'all
Just
talking
paint himself.
about?
Just
Hold
paint
on.
himself pink, and you can't tell the difference.
Wait,
I refuse.
who are y'all-
Listen. Before look. We're talking about some dude named Tipster who spun Triforce's words, and it got me tight. And I came in here and I started wilding. So I don't want anybody here who isn't interested legitimately in what this guy has to say to go to his thing. I'm not promoting him. I'm just saying don't be a scumbag. And I'm really trying not to. I'm really trying not to make a statement to this dude on his Twitter because I really don't want to get this. I really do not want to get this dude and his fan base any kind of attention whatsoever. I'm just trying to read.
In the community hall for you all to see.
Nobody. I'm trying to keep that in mind.
I'm just gonna say he's actually in the chat right now.
He can be in the chat. I don't care.
It's hilarious.
He bringing up sandwiches for everybody. He in the chat. He's not just in the chat. He is the chat. He's a background. He's so.
What is going on?
He's in the chat 3 or 4 times. Okay, like
Man ain't had a job since he did the fucking sound vibrations from the first Jurassic Park.
right.
He ain't had work since then, man. He's been living off royalties from the T-Rex water puddle since.
Oh. Okay. Mm-mm.
Man, look
But no, my initial point. Fuck the jokes. Fuck the jokes. My initial point is the man's a scumbag. You do not come to someone, ask them a question, and then twist their words. Nope. Between me and Triforce, I don't know who thinks Billy Mitchell actually is a cheater. Okay? That was not proven. That wasn't even the point. The point is that they found that he didn't play on a board that was up to their standards, so he got his stuff removed. The punishment was way too harsh, in my opinion. Okay? Twin Galaxies can do whatever they want at the end of the day. But I've been
themselves what they wanted to do.
yeah, but see that's my thing. It was like to me, it just seems like Twin Galaxies wanted to sweep this all under the rug, be done with it. Okay, it was mishandled. This is all my opinion. That's all I got to say on it. And then you want to just come around like there's a video, guys. This is why I'm so tight. He did or did not watch the video. If he did watch the video, he's an even bigger scumbag. If he didn't watch the video, he's just irresponsible.
Okay, I understand.
But the wrongness in all of it is that he decided to take what Triforce said and misquote it. Okay, bad enough it's already that like, oh, I don't have anything against Triforce. That's what all these guys say, but then they do dumb shit like this, which proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that all these motherfuckers just do not like Triforce and they're just milking them. Yeah, I got a problem with that.
I just don't like him because he's brown. Brown and sweaty. Doesn't agree with me.
Not a stickler for the sweater.
It's like a rotten rice ball.
I mean, like honestly, in my own opinion, like, I kind of feel like many people are going after Triforce and this particular sect, right? Because like he's very reasonable, I'd say, and like me, just my personal experience, like a lot of gentlemen and women as well, like that have very strong formulated opinions that gather facts, you know, like they're the ones that get targeted the most because people like want to see them get like spun and stuff like that. And from what you just said, it sounds like it doesn't. It's something that like Tipster has something like he might want to air out or something like that. Like in my opinion, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah,
but I don't know, like from personal or anything.
That's what he wants to air out. That 4th chin.
Get it some air, bro.
Man looks like he's on a diet of a stick of butter, yo.
Let me see a picture of this dude, bro.
That nigga got moons on his chin.
We're not exaggerating. The man is way out of shape. Maybe if he's focused on taking care of himself and not worried about what Triforce is saying, maybe I'd have more respect for him.
He looks like an old, dirty, crippled snowman.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
For those who are wondering.
Wait, I have a picture.
Then he was that.
What does this man look like? Hold on.
Where was that movie? Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley? There you go.
Damn.
Picture him with cancer.
Oh, this nigga.
Damn.
Getting close.
That's
dark. That's a little dark.
Man, looks like he does cannonballs without water, man.
You guys are stupid.
This nigga look like Bulk from Power Rangers, bro.
Whoa! Don't insult Bulk. That's a man of the theater. All right.
He is.
No, you know what he looks like? He looks the dude from Mad Max, Almighty Joe.
He looks like the He looks like the Mega Evolution of Snorlax. I don't care.
Immortal Joe.
Mega Snorlax. I'm done.
This nigga's so floppy. He looks like muck.
Fat Dr. Manhattan. Right?
Fat Dr. Manhattan.
This is the main reason why when I streamed, I did not allow the Discord to come in. For this reason.
You should have never told me. You should have never told me that. If you didn't want me to start this nonsense, you should have never told me what happened. I can't believe it. Like, I get it. I get it. The world is not a nice place all the time. Okay, people do scumbag stuff to get ahead in life, but I just between what's going on with Billy and him twisting your words, this is just disgusting behavior.
Okay, he's here. He wants to come into the Discord call. I think it would be.
What, do you want to talk to me?
Yeah, he said no one's allowing him to come in the room. You're the guardian.
Does anybody have a trumpet?
I am perfectly fine with that.
Oh my god.
Like 4 more rooms.
Somebody get the popcorn, man. I need some butter.
Don't bring popcorn, he'll eat it.
Yeah, he'll probably take the butter too. Eat the butter.
He is, just so he knows before he comes in, I do know how to have a conversation with a person, and there will be no derailing or getting off topic or anything like that. I am going to stick.
I'm petty. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to cook this nigga.
That's I want to understand the justification of him twisting Triforce.
Yeah, no, I would like to hear this conversation.
I just want to know why.
Please, someone bring him in the room. Why doesn't he have access?
Because I watched Triforce's video 3 times just to make sure I had everything straight.
Paul's about to rip this.
How many times did he watch it? Like,
Paul's about to make this nigga.
what?
Nigga gonna turn vegan after this shit.
He gonna need it. He gonna need to flush that system.
Let him in the room.
Never got to the back on this. Where's the machine?
I gotta get out so I can breathe.
Where's the arcade machine?
This is more exciting than a group of young ladies who don't respect themselves at a rap concert.
I know. Is this the venue?
Hang on.
You did it 20 years ago?
Hang on, Ian, because
I
I guess we're getting ready to do this. Huh?
Def Comedy Jam in the 90s.
World star.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, Anthony come in to cut, start roasting this man. I'm a
Hey, look, and here's the other thing too. Y'all can do whatever y'all want, but I'm just bringing this up just so everybody knows. He had the nerve to call me out on my gimmick, so I just he insulted my mask, so I just assumed that's our relationship. So if you want to insult my mask, I'm gonna insult his weight.
You tell Adam
His mask is his life.
And we can squash that in this conversation.
Michelin man ass nigga.
I don't care.
Stay Puft Marshmallow ass.
I don't take it personally, and he shouldn't either. I'm just better at him doing it.
Y'all hear me?
This is Sparta.
Sash.
Like how it
Can I get my last cookie, please?
So I think he
Just in case anybody was getting, I'm pretty sure there were some overweight people in the audience getting offended.
All right, y'all hear me?
Look, I'm a big guy too, so I mean, I'm roasted anyways.
Well, see, I ain't got a reason to make fun of you, so none of that was directed towards you.
He's in the room.
Don't give me a reason.
Y'all just gonna ignore me or what?
No.
Oh,
I'm
that
just
him?
waiting for it to calm down, you know?
Wait, who's talking?
Tipster up in the house, man.
Tipster.
Oh, that's what you sound like? Okay.
Yeah. So, here's the deal. Like,
Okay.
apparently y'all are misunderstanding my question. So explain to me how I twisted Triforce's words.
What
I'd like
was your
to know.
question? What was your question?
Okay, so Triforce said that he agreed with the verdict that was delivered by Twin Galaxy. So my question was to him was, also you agree that he used an unofficial board. How's that twisting his words?
That is not what I heard.
It's not.
So
No. Right, so time out. Did you read your own tweet? I'm gonna quote you.
Yes, I did read the tweet. The tweet was, you said that you agreed with the verdict that Twin Galaxies laid down. So then I proceeded to ask you, so you agreed that he used an unofficial board. And you said, no, you're twisting my words. And you proceeded to repeat exactly what I asked you. How is that twisting your words, my dude?
No. Time out. Hold on. Wait, I'm gonna grab the tweet right now.
Go ahead and grab the tweet. That's exactly what I said. I'll read the tweet to you if you want.
Read the tweet to me, because when I read your tweet, I was like, what? This doesn't even make any sense.
I'll read the tweet to you, boy.
All right. Oh, your cookies?
what room are we in right now?
Oh, in the public.
Okay,
Oh, well,
I
that
said
makes sense.
in this stream, and I tweeted out the stream that you shared. I said in this stream, Triforce said he, quote, agreed with Twin Galaxy's verdict. So I asked him if he thinks Billy didn't use official hardware. He said no, I was twisting his words, then proceeded to say he thinks Billy used non-official hardware.
Context.
So what am I missing here?
Context is what you're missing. First of all, I didn't just outright said no. What was the statement I said before I got to no? I said, to answer your question, there was no direct no. No was to you asking me if I think he cheated.
I never mentioned cheating.
Okay,
Not once did I say, did you think he was cheating?
Wait, because you know the archive is still there. So we're going to go back and we're going to...
Go ahead. Never once did I say, did you think Billy cheated? Look at the archive all you want, bro.
Hold on. I'm going to go back to what you said when you asked me. When you asked me, do I agree with the verdict of them removing Billy's Mitchell because he did not use the proper board? And I said, due to scientific evidence that Twin Galaxies was able to find out Billy Mitchell did not use an official Donkey Kong board PCB board set. I'm literally doing the spiel of repeating the same thing over and over again. That's what I said.
So that's exactly what I asked you.
But I already stated to you, due to the scientific evidence that Twin Galaxies came up with or used to find out Billy Mitchell did not use an official PCB board, Donkey Kong arcade board. And then I even went further to say, but due to what was required for them to do, they could not definitively conclude that he used MAME. Then
Okay,
I said,
and not once did I mention MAME or cheating.
no, I know you didn't. I know that part you
didn't.
didn't. Okay, fine. You didn't mention the MAME. But
So how did I twist your words?
Because you asked me after that if this is what I heard. This is why I said no. You asked me, so you're saying that Billy cheated, and I said
That is
no.
not what I said.
Okay,
That's
well,
not what I said.
all right. Well, if you didn't say that, we're gonna double check and we'll find out. Then we'll find
Go
out
ahead.
we'll find out whether that's a miscommunication. But that's what I said no to. I said no to the fact that I don't think Billy cheated, and there's a reason why. I said because I kept bringing up the situation. There are so many people. There's something going on in Twin Galaxy. You know this vague line I keep making up that people keep saying, oh, Triforce is making it up. I've been in the classic gaming scene for 10 years now, actually physically involved in it. Of course, me and you are around the same age. We've known about the classic gaming community for a very long time, but we haven't really been involved in it until really the turn of the century. For me, it's 10 years. I don't know how long you've been in the classic gaming scene for, but for me, it's since 2000, and that's just 2008, and that's talking about getting involved with Twin Galaxies. I've been obviously a part of the classic gaming community because I've gone to the arcades and all that other stuff when we was a kid. Same for you. I'll just make that assumption because we're around the same age, but we really didn't get involved until recently right now. You know how many records right now in the Twin Galaxies database is actually invalid because people have been playing on bootleg ROM sets? You know how many bootlegging ROM sets have been out there in arcades? That shit is not a secret. That's normal. You know how many fake Donkey Kongs, Marios, Pac-Mans, Commandos, and all types of 80s classic games? There's a fake Street Fighter ROM set where you can throw 20 fireballs on the screen. This is normal. Jace Hall knows this. Twin Galaxies of old knows this. Twin Galaxies of new knows this. They all know this. So, this is why I don't agree with Twin Galaxies' decision on their punishment. The verdict, okay. Oh, so you found out with new technology and resources today, we're now finding out, Billy, you actually didn't even play on an original arcade. Going, what? I didn't? No. Now we can sit here and make up a new investigation to find out, did you really know that and played anyway? Because if you did, then you're a cheater. And we can punish you appropriately for that. But if you don't have any, if you can't substantiate that, I don't think you can pass down that type of punishment. You cannot pass down that type of punishment because he didn't know. You'd have to give him the benefit of doubt, but he's not getting the benefit of doubt. So then now, this is where people were saying I was making a straw man. People were saying that I was making an invalid argument when I made the comparison against Steve Wiebe and Dwayne Richards. In the movie, Man vs. Snake, Dwayne Richards was playing on a Nibbler arcade cabinet that just so happened to be faster than the standard PCB ROMs board that Tim McVeigh was using.
Yeah, and I mentioned that to you during our very civil conversation.
No, I know.
Unlike the conversation you and your boys were having when I wasn't here.
Me and my boys are having? I'm laughing.
Yeah, you and your boys were talking all kinds of shit and stuff. When I wasn't
time out. You said me and my boys. Forget about my boys. You are saying I'm talking shit about you.
I mean, you didn't say that wasn't right? Or you didn't invite me in to chime in with what I was trying to say, right?
Hold up.
No. Now you're proving exactly what Pauldron is talking about. You're in here because I wanted you to be in here. So you're wrong on that part about me not inviting you. Off top. Number two.
Did you invite me, or did you let your boys talk smack about me, or did I have to ask in your chat room to be let in? Let's be honest here.
Wait, first of all, did I know you was in here? How did I find out you was here? Someone in the YouTube said, yo, Tipster's here. And then I said, let him in. So don't act like I didn't. And then on top of it, I said on my
What I'm saying is when your guys started talking shit about me and your guys started saying that I was twisting your words, did you come to me on Twitter or somewhere to ask for my opinion? Maybe his words were being twisted or whatever. No, you didn't.
Do I come on and ask you anything on Twitter?
You have.
Relating to what? Context, please.
I can even tell you that when we first started having these discussions related to Billy, you tweeted at me asking me to come on your show, and I declined at that time. Do you not remember that?
Okay, sorry. Close the door for a second.
Do you not recall this?
Hold on, one second. Yes, and that was in relation to come on my show for a particular topic. You made a tweet. The tweet came back to me. I told one of my members in my community, we are coming on a post stream that I said we were going to come on anyway. He comes in and says, Triforce, I was going to start the stream on something different that had nothing to do with this. He asked me, can you have a moment to bring something to question? He wanted to make a statement. I asked him, okay, fine, but try not to curse if you can. He said, okay. Then he starts roasting you. He's his own man. Pauldron, are you my father? Are you my son? Are you my boss? Are you my God? See, the difference is, Tipster, when people talk, they speak for themselves. That's it. You want to defend yourself? You come and you defend yourself. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing, because you said that I twisted your words, and I didn't.
No. I didn't say you twisted my words.
You did say I twisted your words. You said it in the last stream. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I said it in the last...
Let's go back and watch that stream. I thought we were going to go back and watch that stream.
Oh, okay. In terms of that, yes. In terms of that, when I said no to you saying that Billy was a cheater, but you're saying you didn't say that.
And I never said that.
Okay.
I never once said that.
And that's fine. And then we will find out
later.
So
that's my problem here. I'm not here to discuss the history of retro gaming. I'm not here to discuss your opinions on the dispute or anything like that. I was clearly here just because you said I twisted your words, and I wanted to clarify that. So are we clear here now?
Okay. Well, no. not yet.
Are we clear
not
here
yet.
now?
Not
That's
yet.
my question.
Not yet. We're gonna find out when I go.
Okay, so you said you agreed with the decision.
I'm gonna.
The verdict the Twin Galaxies
yes,
made.
and I'm gonna find out if you said that Billy cheated, and I said no to that. That's what I gotta need to go back and look at.
Okay, go ahead.
That's my only contention, because the part with the whole Billy Mitchell, the verdict of Twin Galaxies, I agree with that. That's obvious. I said that in this last stream. I said it in this stream. I said it in a video. If he didn't play on an official board, then yeah, that's the verdict. The verdict is to invalidate the score. And first of all, why would you ask a question when I made the statement?
So I was trying to understand. I was trying to clarify.
What is there to clarify?
No. Listen. So you asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. Okay. So you said that you agreed with the verdict. So my question in response to that was, so you agree that he may have played on unofficial hardware, and your response to that was that I was twisting your words.
No, my response to that after that was due to Twin Galaxies. I said this. Due to Twin Galaxies' scientific investigation, they have come to the conclusion that Billy Mitchell did not play on official Donkey Kong board. Then either I heard or I misheard you say, so you're saying Billy's a cheater. And then I said no. And then I repeated the first statement. Now, I could be wrong that you didn't say I was a cheater and I misheard you. And then I went back and I repeated the same statement anyway. Either way, I can be wrong. If I'm wrong and I misheard you, then I'm wrong. And I'll apologize on it. That's it. And then you did not mistake my words. That's all there is to it. But when you're sitting here saying
and that's all I'm here for.
Okay.
That's all I'm here for.
Then,
is just to clarify what I was saying, because clearly you misunderstood what I was saying.
Perhaps.
That's the only reason I'm here.
Okay,
I don't want to talk about anything else. I just wanted to clarify what I was saying.
Okay, there you go.
So I think this conversation is over then.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Okay. All right. Take it easy, buddy.
Later. Come on, guys. Stop it. This is why.
Huh. That was
No, hold on. This is why I always allow people a chance to speak on their behalf. Let me explain to you guys about how social media in this day and age runs. And this is exactly why I let people talk. Social media and all of these things that's happening, it has nothing to do with about getting to the truth. Hold on. There's nothing about getting to the truth. It's about the spin. Getting someone to say something. Tipster was just in here. He said he didn't say that. I'm going to go back and check. If I misheard, I'm wrong. But Tipster tweeted me not too long ago. I think it was yesterday. And I made a straightforward statement with context, so there's no way to get it wrong. He didn't ask me a question. This is called creating suggestive themes. My answer had to just been no. I just wrote the letter no. The word, not the letter. The word no. Because that's how people are. And I know that's what you're upset about, Paul J. Because what we accused him of doing right now isn't the first time. We could be wrong in this. We could be wrong in this. But
I'm not worried. No. First of all, this is what I was trying to say.
All right.
Before you went on that. Because it adds to what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What I was trying to do, okay, was have a conversation with him, because I made the statements I made based on what I was told.
Okay.
Okay. With that aside, that information was clearly not accurate.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Well, hold on. Before we find out, even.
Okay.
I wanted to. I don't know how I got disconnected from the thing when he brought up the whole point about you letting us talk shit about him.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
He was absolutely out of line for doing that.
I know, because
he doesn't listen. Okay. He listens when he wants to listen. That's when it's convenient for him, he listens. But just like you allowed him to come on here and ask whatever questions he wanted to ask, and for everybody else, okay, you allowed me to come on and voice my opinions about the man based off of what I heard.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know why he was talking to you about it when I didn't hear you say a disparaging word about him, and in fact try to get us to stop.
Which is why I said, "What do you mean, me and my boys?" I didn't say.
This is what I wanted to bring up to him in that moment.
I didn't.
That would have been a quick.
I didn't say.
That would have been a quick thing.
Yeah, I didn't say anything negative to him. What he wanted to make it sound like, right, and this is the suggestive part of it, and this is what Tipster does, is that you guys are a bunch of my crony thugs that do my dirty work for him. I'm like, if I want something to say about you, I'll just say something to you. I don't need me and my boys to be talking shit about you. Like, who are you for me to even be talking shit about? Like, are you kidding me?
Wait, I missed gone? Wait, he's gone? What I missed?
Yeah, he left. He came in, according to him, he came in here to defend against us talking against me and my boys talking shit about him.
See, so this is my exact problem. This is my exact problem with him though. He made it about you.
Of course.
He used all that shit we were talking and put it on you, like you were responsible for that.
Let me kick game.
That's why I said bring his ass back, because he wanted to fucking spin that shit. I wish you would have let me talk.
No,
let me kick game. He knows who I am, and he knows who Pauldron is, and he knows who's talking about him. So the fact that he comes in here and tries to flip it on Triforce and his boys,
including him.
I've been on his Twitter and roasted this man personally. You know what I mean? I give him advice. So the fact that he come in here and try to flip that shit, because that was me, Pauldron, and Hands. Triforce ain't say shit but just laugh. And you can't victimize a nigga for laughing some shit was funny.
Especially because we funny as fuck.
You funny, nigga. It is. So if you have an issue, if you still watching the stream, you're more than welcome to come back.
I would love it if you would come back and address that little point you made about Triforce and his boys.
He's not gonna address that.
Of course he's not. Of course he's not. But I just think it was so. It's this. Okay. Look. Here's the thing. If it wasn't justified before what I was saying, it's justified now.
No.
So no, I don't have to take anything back.
No. That's why I said that's the point you were trying to make, because this is what he did. Let's say we're wrong in this particular case. Okay, fine. He didn't do it in this turn, but he's done it before in the past.
I would have loved to have been wrong. I don't hold contempt for people, okay? But I heard he did some scumbag shit, and I believed it because
you can go on his Twitter.
I was right.
You can go on his Twitter and you see what this part where like I made a statement and he tried to turn it.
YouTube chat talk.
Huh?
He says that you're wrong. He's in the YouTube chat.
No, I was absolutely right to criticize him the way I did, because he came in here and did exactly that when he implicated Triforce in the
shit being dishonest again. You said you're being dishonest again. I came here to clarify my question that you said was twisting your words. Don't be dishonest.
But you said me and my boys were clowning you. What are you talking about? We're talking about two different subjects.
He can be wrong. Listen. He can be wrong. He can be wrong about the whole misquote. Okay, about the cheating and shit like that.
Yeah, but don't say
not tell me I wasn't right for you coming in for what you came in here and did. It's the same thing.
Same me.
Now I'm all over it again.
Me and my boys are clowning you. What?
No, Triforce was trying to get us to stop. Triforce didn't even want me to do what I just did. But his thing is an open forum, and I took advantage of it. That's on me. But I wasn't wrong.
That's what I'm talking about. That's two different things. That got nothing to do with me misquoting you. Okay,
but how you just gonna come in here and vindicate a motherfucker for talking shit about you? Like, what the hell?
That's all he was really worried about. Like, at the end of the day, like, he was honestly just.
But he justified it. He completely justified it.
This is typical strategic strategy. Yeah. Triforce is the known one.
Right, exactly.
Project are not known.
Yeah.
So he's gonna come in here and put it on Triforce. We're saying it's Triforce's boys, like not knowing that.
What?
Nigga, I'm 5 years younger than Triforce. Nowhere near his boy.
Like, I was like, well, hold on, Hands. The whole time I was in here, I was telling Triforce to just steer clear of this guy so he doesn't get any more burn. How does that coincide to me like assisting Triforce in a roast session? I didn't invite Triforce to come roast it. I used Triforce's platform to roast it.
You see, and and here's the thing. You see this part where he says, that's not the reason why I was there. You said it yourself. I came in here to clarify my statements because you and your boys were roasting me. You and your boys were roasting. I said.
Did he say it again? Did he actually type it this time?
And I said, me? And I said, it's not me. Yes, you. Because you misquoted my statement. Okay, if I misquoted your statement, that's fine. But I did not roast you.
Let me keep it a fact. I wasn't roasting you over no statement. I was roasting you off facts. That's what I was roasting you of. So I could care less about the Billy meme situation.
I was doing it off of a statement. But then, I mean, like, and here's the thing, too. Like, okay, fine, not that, but then you came in and did the same exact scumbaggy stuff I was talking about. You came in here. You may have had an agenda coming in about clarifying the thing with Triforce, but I was the one leading the charge on the roast session, and you came in and basically repeated the actions that didn't exist previously. I don't understand the logic.
Victim card times 20.
Except he played it upside down.
That's why I made sure to ask you, Tipster. I said me, and you said you. I'm like, wow, really?
I'm actually offended because I was the one roasting him, and he decided to include you.
I don't understand that.
I talk shit for a living. Like, that hurts me deeply that he decided not to acknowledge me the entire time he was in here.
You can't take a little shit talking. I mean,
can I just like interject? Like, just
sure.
This person Rex Apis, I'm watching the stream right now. Said, Tipster, they obviously hate you for your videos on Billy. From what I could gather, and I hope Rex is listening, it's not hate for the person itself, it's the hate for his action. So it's
no. First of all,
okay. Yes.
I can't speak for Hans. I can't speak for Holdren. I have never seen any of Tipster's videos on Billy, especially based on the newest findings. So the person who said we're hating him because his videos on Billy, that's not true, because we don't watch Tipster's stuff. I've watched Tipster's stuff in the past on other things, but I have not seen anything new. So you're wrong right there. So we're just gonna kill that noise right there.
Let me point out two things.
Number two, hold on, because I have to say this. Number two, because I cannot speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. I have told Tipster on Twitter, in voice on my stream, and as a comment on his own videos, I don't have a disagreement or see eye to eye with do not see eye to eye with Tipster. I don't look at Tipster to have a disagreement with. Period.
Yes.
Stop making it like I have something. I don't care. What Tipster does has nothing to do with what I'm doing. What I do is esports and esports history. Whatever Tipster does is what he does. I don't have a disagreement because I'm not involved in what he does. I don't have I don't have beef with Tipster. Tipster could have beef with me. I don't have beef with him. If I had beef with Tipster, why would I even allow him in here? Why don't I just ban him? I don't give him no voice and block him off of Twitter. That's when you're beef with someone. The man still comments to me. I allowed him in my Discord. I have to grant him access. So how can I be hating him? So I just want to do that for me. Now you guys can speak for yourselves.
I just wanted to point out two things. Okay. The first thing is that since the early 2000s, hate has just kind of become this like ambient term that doesn't mean anything anymore. It's just used to point out detractors. Okay, like really, because like anybody in this climate mentions hate outside of like racial hate or political biases or whatever like that. They don't really mean actual hate. Okay, yes. I'd be hard pressed to believe that anybody actually meant that. I can't bring myself to hate a person. Can I bring myself to talk shit about them? Hell yeah, especially if they do some crazy shit. The second thing is, it's dangerous to speak for others, dude. Like, maybe not do that. That's
okay. All right, no, that's not what I meant. Like, what I meant.
No, I understand. I understand, but that's how it came off.
Okay. So I'm very sorry about that.
No, he's just reading someone's comment.
Yeah. No, I get that. But it was the after comment.
Once again,
hold on. Lucifer says Tipster wants to come back. So you guys got the.
I'm in here.
Oh, you're in there. Oh, okay, cool. So now you guys got the floor now.
So
okay,
before we begin, let me make my intention for being here very clear, because clearly y'all want to take a topic that I mentioned in passing and make that as the primary focus why I was here. Okay, the primary reason I was here before was to clarify the intent of the question that I asked before. Now the primary reason I am here is because you guys clearly want to twist my words now and say that the primary reason I was here is to
we
say
never said that. We never said that.
We didn't even say that.
That is what you just said.
No. Oh my God! I have to say something. I said you were here to clarify your words, and then you brought up that subject and included.
No, that is not what you said. That is not what you
my
said.
man.
That is what he said.
That is exactly what I said. And I said,
No, it's
me?
not.
I stopped you and said, me? You said, yes, you.
You said the intent for me coming in here before was to say that you guys were talking shit about me, which is not what my intent was.
No. The reason you came in, you said, this is what you said. And let me get this if I'm correct. You said the reason why you came in this room is because I misinterpreted your words. That me and Paul just agreed that it is possible I misinterpreted your word into the whole Billy Mitchell cheated because you said you didn't say that. So we're gonna find out later on. And I said, okay, fine, we'll find out later on, right? And then after that, you said that I was attacking you or clowning you, me and my boys. And I'm like, what? And then I stopped you and I said,
okay.
And I said,
I will say one thing, because I'm the type of person that when I'm wrong, I'll admit that I was wrong. I was wrong to say it was you. But your boys were definitely talking shit, right?
No, they agreed.
Right?
They said yes. They want to address. They want to address you about that. They want to address you. So you.
Okay, so Tipster's in the room now. They can address me now.
Okay, so you mind if I go first? You mind if I go first?
I'm out of this now.
Because I'm the one. Okay, you mind if I go first, guys? Because I'm the one who initiated this.
Okay.
Go for it, buddy.
By all means.
So this hasn't been the first time we've exchanged words with each other, but it is verbally.
Okay.
I personally do not like you or anybody else involved in your field. I'm just going to outright state that, okay? I have a little bit of a bias. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong as well. But see, when you came in here and you implicated Triforce in my rant, okay, that had nothing to do with him and he was trying to get me to stop, okay, that's when I decided to, go right back on what I was saying. It doesn't matter if Triforce was wrong about misquoting you from what he told me is why I even was in there in the first place talking that shit, okay? You came in there and implicated him in the shit talking. So to me,
and I apologize for that. I said that I was wrong.
I understand, but the reason why I kept going was because, with that same train of logic, was because to me at that moment, if you were going to implicate him in something, then you just weren't listening, and I was completely justified for everything I was doing.
Okay, so I apologize. What's the problem now?
There was never a problem.
Why is y'all niggas so sensitive?
There was never a problem. This is why I say about my Discord, I allow everyone to speak their voice. People have a disagreement, speak your piece. And then who finds out they're wrong or finds out they're right, be accountable for either action. That's it. That's what men do. I don't tell people not to talk in this room, and I hate one of the things I hate, and you can ask anyone in this Discord. I hate when people jump down on one person and whether the person is wrong or not. I feel even if you're wrong, you should at least be able to speak your piece. We have a guy in here called Sahil, right? And a lot of shit he says.
Hi guys, I'm right here.
Oh, there he goes. This guy is one of our MVPs of the Discord, and we never agree with him. Never. Okay, not never. But 90% of the time, we don't agree with him. But we allow people to say their piece. We've had everyone in here. That's why when people go, Triforce has an issue with Tipster. Are you kidding me? I have people in. I've had a guy come in here, Tipster. A guy came in and he said he's from Germany. And the guy outright said, you black people really descend from monkeys and you've contributed nothing to the actual world. People in there was going crazy, and I said, everyone stop! Let him talk. And I said, why do you think that? And people was like, why are you giving this guy a platform? And I said, let the man say his piece. He considered black peoples as a whole monkeys and have not contributed to the world. The reason why I bring that...
That's messed up, and honestly, I'll give you props for giving him a platform because he did not deserve one.
No, actually he did. I believe everyone deserves a platform to say their piece.
And that makes you a better person, because I'll be honest, I would not have given him a platform as soon as he said that.
So I say this not for you, but for the people in the YouTube room, for people who sit here and think Triforce is this person who doesn't understand people, I'm not. I try to be as humble as possible and give everyone a platform. Sometimes people just misunderstand, and you gotta you'll see who's a man when someone's proven wrong and whether they own up to being wrong or not. I've been wrong many a times. When I'm wrong, I own up. Someone proves it, Triforce, look, oh word, all right, so then I'm wrong on that. My bad. I apologize on that, and I move forward. And I try to get, if the reason why I give people that freedom is because I want that freedom given back to me. So if I can forgive people and whatever the case may be and all this other stuff, I would like it if people could give it to me. So I give everyone their grounds. Let everyone talk. They have a problem, say what you got to say. But everyone is accountable for their own actions, which is what I told Poldrin before he went on the rant with you, because I knew it was something was coming. I didn't know it was actually about you. I thought it was going to be something else that I didn't know. But then when he started, I was like, oh boy, it is about Tipster. So whatever. So now he's here to defend himself because those are his words, his actions. So
okay.
I'm done now.
It wasn't a defense of me. I have nothing to apologize for, and I'm not trying to be magnanimous or anything like that. I'm just saying that what I've seen you do and what I've seen a lot of the people in your field do, I'm not with it.
Okay, that's fair enough. And I want to give props to Poldrin for, you know, he said he wanted to talk to me and Spitfire, and he's doing it, so that's cool.
Well, I'm a comedian,
lot of people.
So, you know.
There's a lot of other people who were, you know, they had words to say while I was just watching. So where are they at now?
Oh, I'm right here.
I'm right here.
All right.
See, I just joined the bandwagon.
I mean, I'm a comedian. I don't have any other way to vent my frustration.
One, it ain't no bandwagon shit. Who the fuck just said that? So please keep your dick sucker close.
To make it clear, since y'all want to twist me, it was not me that said bandwagon.
I know you didn't say that.
It was me.
Somebody else said it.
It was me.
When this club, we talk shit. If my nigga Poldrin going the fuck off, I'm gonna go the fuck off and talk shit. I talk shit about Triforce to his face. We meme this nigga to his face. So I will take. I'm not taking back no joke I said, because I joke on everybody because this shit was funny, and I'm not taking back nothing I motherfucking said. And if it hurts your feelings, grow the fuck up.
I ain't asking you to take back anything. I'm asking you now that I'm here. Go for it, man. Give me what you got.
For it. Oh, you want more? I mean,
sure, man. Go for it, buddy.
God, I'm so burnt out now.
I can't.
Fussy snowman ass nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I ain't no bitch in me. I got jokes for days. But see, it's not even funny no more. Cause now you all, oh man, go for it. No, I'm here.
Why is it that every time I join the Discord, there's always some kind of argument
It's
going
because of your ass.
It's because it's easier to talk when the person isn't here.
The white devil's demonicness.
Robin,
it's because it's easier to talk shit when, you know, the person isn't here. But now that I'm here,
oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh no, you're in the wrong Discord. You in
that mentality.
Well, then let's go.
That's not how it works.
Let's go there.
Not in this Discord. This Discord is the realest Discord in Discord.
Wait, let me clarify that. Let me quantify that. Let me quantify that statement right now. Let me quantify that right now. Hold on, everybody chill. When I was dogging you on Twitter, it was no different than you being in the room because you had ample time to respond to me right there, and we had back and forth.
I wasn't talking to you, Poldrin. You called me out when I came in here. You said
no. I'm talking about back during the Todd Rogers stuff.
Oh,
okay, but we're not here to talk about that, though.
No. I know we're not here to talk about that. I'm not trying to shift the conversation. I'm saying you said. Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're asking me.
Well, wait, hold on, hands. I'm just saying. During the Todd Rogers stuff, it's the same exact thing as what you just brought up. It's just as easy for me to talk shit. It's just as easy for a lot of people in here to talk shit to somebody's face, or over the phone or whatever. On Twitter, it's no different because you saw my comments and responded to me promptly, and vice versa.
Okay.
I'm just burnt out because I kind of used everything in my bag that I had for you before you got in here.
I do.
If I come up with something, best believe I'm gonna shove it.
I do have something that I want to ask you, Tipster, and this
okay,
is. I'm actually curious about this, and I actually have a question. The first question is, do you think I have a vested interest in Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell? A personal one. I didn't ask the question correctly. Do you think I have a personal vested interest in Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell beating their case?
In my personal opinion, you've said before they're your friends, right? They're your friends. Yeah. In my opinion, you're doing what any friend would do in a situation like this. You're backing up your friends. You're providing them support. In my opinion, that's all you're doing. You're doing what any other friend would do, and I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. So then the other question is invalid because I just want to make sure, because it to me it comes off as, and it's not just you, it's other people. I just want to double check if it was you, that they think that somehow I'm what's the word? I'm Billy's houseboy, And
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Kat again.
Not just her, but other people.
She's the one that used the term, though.
Yeah. But other people, other people, they have this belief for some reason. I think I made so much noise that my wife got upset and left. I'm fucking yelling in here. But the thing here is that a lot of people have this thing where I'm only trying to defend Billy and Todd because somehow they've helped me with my records and all this other stuff, and there's this thing, like, they have this thing called the old guard. And yes, although I come from the classic gaming age, I'm actually not a part of the actual old guard. If anything, I'm the descendants of the old guard. But I want to make this very clear to everyone here. My entire agenda in all of this shit going on in Twin Galaxies is to preserve history. That's it. It's just to preserve history. People ask me, what's your thoughts about Guinness and Twin Galaxies' punishment on Billy Mitchell and Todd Rogers? I think they're both extreme. Because, like I said in the stream, when you say Billy Mitchell never performed the Perfect Pac-Man on July 3rd, 1999, and the shit's on TV, and that he never went to Japan and performed it there with the president of Namco, and then they awarded him Gamer of the Century and the first person to get a Pac-Man, and you go, we're gonna remove Billy Mitchell's Pac-Man score. Do you think they're punishing him or they're punishing classic gaming history? That's my personal question to you.
So you're asking if the punishment against Billy, if they were punishing him directly or classic gaming as a whole? That's the question?
Yes, that's the question.
Okay. I don't know if you remember this. I left it in the comments of your video when you addressed the whole decision that Twin Galaxies made. Mm-hmm. And I actually agreed with you. I thought the decision was excessive. In my opinion, they should have just pulled the DK scores, and that was it.
Okay.
So do I think it was an attack on retro gaming? You could argue that it was. Yeah, sure.
Indirectly, obviously. We can't sit here and say it. We can't sit here and say it wasn't like they maliciously and intently attack classic gaming. But one can say that it indirectly does.
Yeah, because the whole point of an organization like Twin Galaxies is to preserve the history of retro gaming.
Exactly.
And by removing all those scores, yeah, you can argue that, sure.
Okay, so that's so when people wonder why is Triforce defending Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell, when they ask that question, why are you supporting quote-unquote cheaters, is because, like I said, for what I know, these quote-unquote so-called cheaters attach 30 years of what these other people claim to represent, but they've never repped the set. And I hate the fact, especially the younger guys. I can understand the modern community, the guys whose first system was an Xbox or PlayStation 2 or whatever. They don't know any better. There's nothing. They don't know anything about the history. So let them flap off their mouth. But you know what pisses me off? What pisses me off is the 30, the 40-year-old, 50-year-old men who sit here and like, yeah, destroy him, and like, you do know this goes against everything you stand for and everything that you are. For some, it doesn't, because a lot of these guys never supported classic gaming. They were ashamed of it. They were the kids who got beat up in the arcades. Real talk. These are back in New York, we called it, we heard these motherfuckers. That's what we did. We heard them. We walked into the arcade and we saw them. Yo, I got necks. Give me that quarter. You ain't got no necks. What? Bop. Mopped him in his mouth. Get out of here. And we kicked him out of the arcade. That's who they were. They were the punks that got no pussy. They got no clothes. They couldn't play basketball for shit. They were uncool. They were the nerds. That's why when people say, I tell people, don't confuse nerds with gamers. Do not put us together, because we're not. Gamers have nothing to do with who you are as a person. A gangster could be a gamer. A politician can be a gamer. A drug dealer can be a gamer. A terrorist can be a gamer. A dictator can be a gamer. Anybody can be a gamer. Nerds aren't gamers. Nerds are nerds. Losers, bitches, the punk sissies. I don't want to say faggot because people take it as me meaning homosexual faggot as a term to the street term. when we say faggot, we mean sissy. That's actually what it is. It's just that it sounds sissy saying sissy, so we go faggot. But whatever. Or we use the street term gay, G-H-E-Y, not gay like G-A-Y, but gay as in faggot, bitch, sissy, pussy. That's what it means. But we're in a social justice warrior age, so if I don't preface this, people will be like, look at Triforce, he's a bigot. He's sitting over there talking about homosexuals. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about non-men in the masculine sense. But so I have to defend myself by making these prefaces. But those bitch-ass so-called gamers, when they met cool kids, yo, you play video games? Nah, man, I don't play no video games, but at the arcade every day on Saturday. These fuck boys, because that's what they are today, are the same people attacking Todd Rogers and attacking Billy. And you know why they're doing it? Jealousy. These guys are literally talking about Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell should be sued because of the opportunity they took away from other gamers for not being able to get world records and get into movies and get into fame. I said, what the fuck? People literally said that, and that is actually the proof that it's jealousy. It's literally like Todd Rogers is on a G5 plane and he's swagging with gold necklaces and he got the Bentley and he's leaning and his mad chicks in the back car talking about, oh Todd, you're so cool with your 551, let me give you a blowjob. No, what are you talking about? He's a regular dude.
What are they thinking?
But this is what they think. In the classic gaming scene, this is what these losers think. And people go, Triforce, you're making it up. Really? Go to every one of my videos about Billy Mitchell and Todd Rogers and read the comments. They literally wrote this shit.
Oh, I lost the comment section all the time. This is
they literally wrote it. On this. Literally wrote it. And I was like, wow. So this is just all jealousy. Which then makes me wonder about...
I've addressed that in my videos too. I don't know if you saw that. You said
that. No, that's the... No. I said I didn't... No. Quote me properly. I have not watched your recent videos after the Billy Mitchell stuff. But I saw that video. I told you in the last stream you was in here. I saw your video when you was talking about Twin Galaxies, the way they run their administration and the people, how they're looking at Billy. I saw that video. So yes, I did see it. So
that's not exactly what I said.
No, I didn't say you. I didn't say I was paraphrasing.
I think you're referring to a different video.
All right, so go on.
There was a video before the one where I covered the ban, and I made it very clear to state that there's a lot of people out there who just want to see Billy burn under any circumstances.
Oh no, that's
and I wanted to make it clear that I don't give a shit what those people have to say or what they want. I just want the truth. And so that was the video that I released before the ban. I understand there's a lot of people out there that are really shitty people, and under any circumstance they just want to see Billy burn. That's all they want. It doesn't matter how it happens, they just want to see it happen, and
they don't care about the casualties. They don't care. They don't care about anything. As long as Billy burns, that's all that matters. What do you call it? It's not casualties. I forgot the name for it. Crap. Oh my goodness.
Collateral.
Collateral. Yeah, they don't care about the collateral damage. They could care less about the collateral damage, and so. This is what I'm talking about, like the whole, that when you said you can make the argument about like this hard punishment on Billy has a lot of collateral damage, because Guinness wrote, in fact, let me quote it. I'm going to get the article for you. I'll quote the article for you, right? This is what someone said Guinness wrote, right? It's not from the Nintendo. Hold on for a second. I'll put it on the stream so you can see. Give me just 1 second. Raw capture window. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Here's the interview. This is from Nintendo Everything, right? Wait, what the hell? Hold on. I must have moved to a... There it is. Okay, all right, here it is. Guinness World Record also removing Billy's Donkey Kong scores and records. I'm going to get the quote that they said Guinness said. So it says source. Kotaku sourced what Guinness says. But this is the quote of Guinness according to Kotaku and Nintendo Everything. The Guinness World Records titles relating to Mr. Mitchell's highest scores on Donkey Kongs have all been disqualified due to Twin Galaxies being our source of verification for these achievements. We also recognize records for first perfect score on Pac-Man, highest score on Pac-Man, Twin Galaxies was the original source of verification for those record titles, and in line with their decision to remove all of Mr. Mitchell's records from their systems, we have disqualified Mr. Mitchell as the holder of these two records. Guinness World Record will look to update and find the appropriate holder of these records in the next few days. You know what my problem is with that? You can't find the next person to hold a record because it's not true.
Was there a Twin Galaxies ref when he scored the first perfect Pac-Man? No.
Yeah.
Was there? Oh, there was?
Don't quote me on this. I'd have to double check, but from what I remember, yes. But I could be wrong. So I have to double check on that. But either way, the point is this. The former administration adjudicated the score. Number 2, the score, the 999 or whatever he got, or whatever is the 3 million, whatever it is that he got, was done again in Japan from at the time. The president of Namco, he's dead now, but the president of Namco, he did it there in Japan, and they are the one who awarded him the plaque Gamer of the Century and the first perfect Pac-Man. The people who made the game. Now Guinness is saying we're going to remove that because it didn't happen, but it did, and they're going to give it to the appropriate person, but that's not true. So for a policy, you're going to distort history. Collateral damage. So that's why I say what I say. And when people go, so why are you defending Billy? Because this shit is this shit is the worst surgery ever. There's nothing surgical about what's going on right now. It's just, you know what it is? This is the Middle East. They're just going there, and right now, Twin Galaxies is destabilizing the region. This is their war. That's it. They don't care who dies. They don't care what civilians get caught in. It doesn't matter. They have a policy to fulfill because they have an integrity to uphold. Much like America. America don't care who's getting killed in and all of this. They say they do. Well, I'm not going to go there, right? But, like, they have no, like, you can't just go and just bomb shit. It don't work like that. But that's the American way. Just bomb shit. Don't work, bomb them to hell. With no remorse that, what if that was your children, your family? So what? Sucks to be them living in Syria. Dead ass? Is this America? Is this the best America is? Apparently so. So in that regard, I say the same thing about Twin Galaxies. I agree with the verdict, but the punishment's crazy. This punishment is irresponsible. And that's just my opinion on the matter. And if Guinness follows in line with Twin Galaxies, that is unfortunate because someone needs to police someone. And I will go as far as say I really believe Walter agrees with me on this, but we'll see.
Triforce. Yeah. Question, because I actually never read the Twin Galaxies press release, like the actual one. I've just been looking at what people have covered from it. Did Twin Galaxies explicitly say he cheated, or just that?
Nope. No, it was just that he didn't use official hardware.
Hold on. There's more to it. They said, due to their scientific findings, Twin Galaxies, based on their scientific findings, have concluded that Billy Mitchell did not play on an official PCB Donkey Kong hardware. At the same time, right? At the same time, it would require Twin Galaxies to do a lot of research, etc., to be able to determine whether or not Todd Rogers used MAME. And because of that, which they have not done, I'm trying to get the words again. Let me repeat these words. I'm sorry. Let me remember the words again. They cannot definitively conclude that he used MAME. So he didn't play on the official arcade hardware, and he didn't play on MAME.
So in summary, they concluded he didn't play on an official board.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much the only thing that doesn't make sense then is, like, if they cannot definitively say that he cheated, and they can only speak in regards to what they've seen with the Donkey Kong footage,
Mhm.
then what does Pac-Man have to do with any of it?
That's-
They never said he cheated because they wouldn't know that.
But they're
But
cheating.
we're-
They're
but we're-
treating him like a cheater.
Yeah. that's-
Their argument is basically because they have two instances of him submitting fraudulent scores. That would be justification enough to scrutinize his other scores.
No. Submitting fraudulent scores?
He submitted scores that were not on official hardware. That would make them fraudulent.
No. See, yes, the scores are fraudulent. Now you have to prove that he knew that what he was doing was wrong and submitted. Yes, the scores are fraudulent.
You're never going to be able to prove if he knew if it
That's
was wrong
the
or not.
point.
They're just taking it in as that, fuck them.
That is my entire point. Which, you know what that means? For now we go into a new discussion. For everything he has done for 30 years in classic gaming, especially market, advertise, promote, and be the ambassador for Twin Galaxies, he was not given any consideration for his life work in Twin Galaxies. There's things Billy has done to keep that organization alive for Jace Hall to get. None of that has been taken into consideration.
But they made it very clear that they don't take the character of the man into consideration. It's the scores and the scores only.
Well, they clearly do though. Because
Exactly.
The
What they say does not match the action. The action contradicts what they say.
How's that? They said they can't use the character of the man to determine the outcome. They have to focus
So
only
if they
on
can't
the
use,
findings.
if they can't use the character of the man, they can neither call him cheater or call him saint.
They didn't call him a cheater.
No.
I know
listen,
that's the
hold on.
point,
Hold on,
Tipster.
Let me explain it.
Just because they didn't say it doesn't mean they aren't implying it by the rule.
Let me explain it. What is the message being sent for getting rid of his Donkey Kong scores in addition to his other valid scores?
Valid. His whole legacy.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
people want to extrapolate something else out of what Twin Galaxies said, that's not the fault of Twin Galaxies. This is the same as, people, arguing that he used MAME just because the scores got removed when they clearly said that they couldn't prove he used MAME. If people want to extrapolate, he cheated out of that, then that's on them. That's not on Twin Galaxies.
Well, no, it's not about
Twin
extrapolating.
Galaxies
It's
made
not
it
about
very
extrapolating. It's not about extrapolating that they cheated. I don't need them to admit that. I'm trying to find the justification as to why they removed his other clearly valid scores, along with the invalid scores, since they can't prove the content of his character had anything to do with it.
Right, and I agree, and I agree that they shouldn't have removed the other scores.
No, we're not. We didn't say you did. We didn't.
No, I've heard you say that before.
I'm trying to clarify. Hang on a second.
Okay.
So let me start from the beginning. I'm not saying that they're trying to indicate that he cheated by that. Rather, their concern here is that we have a person who not once but twice has scores that are fraudulent in the database. So what is to say that the other scores are not fraudulent as well? That's the question
they know the
have to
Pac-Man
ask.
score is
And
not
since
fraudulent.
and since they have no tapes to prove that the Pac-Man or the other ones are valid, they can only assume, because we've got a person who's got two fraudulent scores in the database here, and so they have to basically assume that, okay, there's the potential that these other ones could be fraudulent as well.
But now hold on. Now watch this. Now, so the administration has to. The administration can actually prove whether or not the Pac-Man score is illegitimate. They can actually prove that. They can actually. They know what to do, but they're not doing it.
Okay, so what since you seem to know something nobody else does, what can they do to prove the Pac-Man score is legitimate?
Contact Namco.
Okay, but that wouldn't prove that he was the first to do it.
Actually, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
No. Yes, it would. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, I'll listen. I'll hear you out, and I'm gonna
tell you why. So
they could just use different emulators. I mean,
go, baby, go.
That's not what I was getting at. But go ahead, Triforce. Say what you got to say.
Sash.
Have him play the game again.
That wouldn't prove that he was the first, though.
1 second, guys.
Okay, so while he's handling that, I'll go ahead and say what I was going to say.
Say what you're
Basically,
saying.
the reason why that wouldn't prove that he was the first is because when he did it for Namco, that was after he had done the score initially. That was not when he originally did the score. Also, by the time he did it for Namco, somebody else had also played a Perfect Pac-Man score at that time. So the fact that the Namco people approved it doesn't necessarily prove that he was the first to do it.
But when he did it in America, the question here is, when he did it in America, and Rick Fothergill was upset that he did it in America, right? And I'd have to find out if he did it, if Rick Fothergill did it before he went to Japan. That we'd have to find out.
Rick Fothergill did perform his Perfect Pac-Man score before Billy went to Japan to perform it for Namco.
Okay, so then
I don't have the exact dates, but I know that he did it before.
I'm assuming that when Fothergill did it, it was recorded and adjudicated by the proper authorities, right?
I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
That plays a major role in who is justifiably the first to get it, who deserves the comeuppance.
Because just because Rick Fothergill did it afterwards, if it wasn't adjudicated, it shouldn't count.
I'm the first to do a lot of things. Let's just assume I'm the first to do a lot of things. But if I never told anybody, recorded it, or had anybody from any official organization sign off on it, then what's the point?
I mean, if Billy's standard of proof is the burden of proof for the U.S. record, they're not gonna be able to find many people.
Okay, so it says here in the Twin Galaxies database that Rick Fothergill performed his Perfect Pac-Man score on July 31st, 1999, and it was submitted via videotape.
Okay.
Videotape, okay.
All right,
Videotape.
So then now, and Billy has his Perfect Pac-Man score videotape as well. You do know that, right?
I have heard that Jace has it in his possession. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I'm also hearing from an anonymous inside source that Jace had questions about that tape.
Oh, okay. He probably does.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did they ever find that tape?
No. The Pac-Man score is a different thing. So the question now I want to know is if Jace Hall has that tape, right, of Billy's perfect score, then he can determine if that score is invalid or not. But
that's what I'm hearing is that Jace had reviewed the tape and he's seen some questionable stuff in the tape. But I can't confirm that because it was an anonymous source, so I don't reveal my sources. But yeah.
Keep in mind that Jace Hall doesn't have a history in classic gaming outside of acquiring Twin Galaxies as the CEO of that.
Which is why he created the Clean Slate program.
It's not like he can even play any of these OG classic games to know just by looking at it. No. The reason I say that is because I find it very implausible that he can just look at a tape and just feel something off about it.
He's not going to look at a tape and make his own opinion based on him watching a tape by himself. He's obviously going to, do this with advisors who know something about Pac-Man, for example, and they're going to advise him on that.
Understandable, but that has to be clarified because when I hear Jace review the tape, I'm going to assume Jace did it by himself.
Okay, I mean,
let's say I'm an outsider. Let's say I'm an outsider to all this, and I don't know any better. I'm going to assume that the CEO of a company who has only been running it for a few years reviewed a tape and he has no credentials. Like what?
I mean, if I have to speak in specifics, like I'm dealing with babies here, I could do that for you guys.
I didn't ask you to do anything.
Okay, I mean,
I was just making a point that wasn't obvious to clearly some people in here.
Okay, so Jace Hall likely reviewed this tape with someone who's knowledgeable on Pac-Man in order to come to the conclusion that he has problems with things that were seen in the tape. Is that clear enough for you guys?
No, I understand it, but
again, I was clarifying for because you had already said that, and I was, clarifying to anybody who had formed that opinion prior.
So I seconded your clarification. There you go.
All I want to know is, see, this is the stuff that Billy has to do, because Billy has to, like I said, when he performed it, they had the tape, the whole 9 yards, whatever the case may be there. So it's kind of funny. Wiping out his entire record means you don't have to investigate the Pac-Man.
Okay, so here's a quick question for you. This is just a hypothetical. I don't know anything. I don't have any insider knowledge or anything. It's just a hypothetical. Let's say in the process of this Donkey Kong dispute, they said, okay, we've got two scores that look pretty bad, like they could be fraudulent scores. Maybe we should take a look at the evidence for his other scores as well. And behind the scenes, they were taking a look at several of those scores, and they found several scores that had questionable things in them. Would you say that that was justification to remove all the scores?
Yes, but no, of course, but they have to be transparent and let us know that they found something.
Right. And I agree with you. They would have to be transparent if they did that, but it was just the question of if they were doing that.
Let's say they did that in private, and then later on they said, well, guess what? We have that information, and this is the reason why. Whatever. Okay, the end result is justified, but they still get a knock for hiding that in the beginning. That should have been made public in the beginning. Because now it's question. You have to understand the actions to certain things, because it's like, okay, so if you already knew that the score was invalid, the Pac-Man score was invalid, why'd you hide it from the scene? Because now, like, after what you did to Billy, and then in terms of the decision, not like they did something like maliciously wrong per se, but like because their decision has a malicious result. Because paint it however you want. This is fucked up. That's just the reality. It is. So if now one can make an argument that, like, are they trying to do this to destroy Billy maliciously? Is this a malicious thing? Because, like, if you know you're transparent in the beginning, you don't hide that and then make someone figure it out later. Because it's like, why'd you hide it? It's like it's I cannot.
So does Billy? I mean, because you're friends with Billy, you may have spoken to Billy recently. I'm not sure, but does Billy think that their decision was, maliciously against him, or does he think that that's just what they found and it is what it is?
No, no, I'm not gonna sit here. Like he hasn't spoken on it, but I can tell in our conversation that he's upset about the decision.
Oh yeah, understandably. Yeah, for sure.
But he hasn't.
Whether he submitted these, fraudulent scores, knowing or unknowing, I mean, it's understandable that he would be upset. Sure.
No, but I think in my opinion, I think he's just upset that, like, the outcome. It's
yeah.
Because I asked him, I said, if they took your just your Donkey Kong score, would you be okay with that? And he's like I'd still be upset. Because he says he played it on arcade game. He did not play on main. He's like, I'd still be upset, but like this other thing that they're doing here where it's like, I never played Pac-Man. He's like, that's not true.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree that they went way too far with that shit. I was actually pretty pissed off that they went that far because, like I've told you in the past, when it came to Todd Rogers, like there was evidence to show that he had been entering his own scores, and because they don't,
Jay said that.
Right.
But now I want to bring something to light for you, something that you need to take into consideration. Right? Here's what they don't tell you. He was given permission from the Twin Galaxies administration to input his own scores. There's an email that says it from the refs that allowed him to do it.
But even so, I mean, that's an abuse of power. He really shouldn't have been doing it.
Whoa. It's an abuse of power, but that is also a part of the administration. That's why I said there's dirt in any administration. No administration is perfect. A lot of people make some bad moves and stuff like that. The ideal is to fix it, not throw bombs.
Right, we're getting a little sidetracked here because this wasn't at all the point I was making.
But the point you're trying to make is that it's different for Todd Rogers because he inputted scores, and not only that, Jace Hall said it the word out of his mouth. There was too many scores for them to take a look at to determine, after knowing Todd Rogers inputted scores, which scores was valid and which scores was not. So it completely makes sense for them to say, well, listen, based on that, we're going to have to just wipe out everything. But in Billy's case, he only has 5 scores.
That's what I was getting to.
He only has 5 scores. And then the sad part is, I think 4 of the 5, no, I think it's 6 scores he has. So 4 of the 6 scores that he has not been done since 1980 something. You see the craziness in that? So
yeah, and that's exactly what I was trying to say. Is I don't think they should have pulled all the scores because Billy's situation was very different from Todd's.
So
I think only the Pac-Man should have went. And if anything, I think they should have reverted to his
you mean Donkey Kong?
The 933,000 score.
You said Pac-Man.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, I think just
the
just,
Donkey Kong should have
been
won.
pulled.
And now you see why I said what I said when I said about the punishment. I think based on the scientific findings,
I've always agreed with you on that.
Like, no, Billy. Like, Billy was like, I played on arcade Triforce, and I said, Billy, doesn't matter what you say you play, based on scientific findings. We're going scientific here. Don't take it personal. Based on scientific findings, you did not play on arcade. You played on some emulated board because they couldn't determine if you played on main. You played on an emulated board, and if that's going to be the case, then no, your record's got to go. That's it.
So if you don't mind, I have another question for you.
Sure.
So in our previous streams, one of the discussions we had was in relation to the board that Billy used. In those streams, you said that Billy used his Nintendo certified board.
Yep.
Right. Now the problem with that is Carlos tested that board, and it did not produce the same results that were in Billy's tapes. So that would indicate that Billy did not use that board to submit his scores. So where did you get the information that he used that board?
That doesn't indicate that. That doesn't.
How does it not?
No, it doesn't indicate it. Well, in a sense, it does that he doesn't use the board, but you have to find out him having the board and him using the board. There's a problem. There's a hole right there. Here's an example. Let me give you all the possibilities. One, Billy's just absolutely lying. That board, he's never used that board before. The whole story about him getting it on Nintendo is all made up to begin with. This shit is not even true. Two, Billy actually got the board supposedly certified by Nintendo. The people at Nintendo never really even certified the board. They just said, hey, yeah, we certified the board here. And it's not certified. You never know that. Two, Billy could have gotten the board certified. It's officially certified. And between that being certified and the technician putting it in the arcade cabinet for him to play, and they did not put that board in. They put in a different board.
So then he didn't play on that board.
No. That's why I said yes. In a sense, you're right. But the issue here is, okay, we know one thing. He did not play on a certified board. We know that. That's facts. Okay. That's scientific facts.
And that was all the question I was asking. I wasn't asking for hypotheticals on how he potentially could have.
No.
Maybe somebody pulled a swap on him or something like that. That wasn't.
No. I know you wasn't asking that. I answered the question. The question you asked. You don't need my answer. My answer is irrelevant because the fact is he didn't play on an official Donkey Kong board. That's a fact, so you don't need my answer on it. When you ask me that question, I have to preface it with context to my answer, because what will happen is people will take my answer as a sound bite.
No. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to do at all.
I didn't say that's what you're.
Now, if you want to extrapolate on that answer after I ask you the question, that's fine.
No.
But I just wanted the answer.
No. I am on social media. I am speaking on YouTube. I have to extrapolate every answer because many people will people have OBS open right now, recording this entire stream right now. I'm telling you, it's facts. And people will put together videos. You know so funny? Apollo Legend. Was it Apollo Legend who did it? I think it was Apollo Legend. In the Dragstar.
That's my boy Apollo.
In the Dragstar argument, right? Apollo Legend went on my stream, right? He went on a stream that I had talking about Todd Rogers, cut sound bites to misrepresent the context of my argument as to why I was defending Todd Rogers, and put it in so it doesn't make sense in his video, so it justifies his argument in his video. What stuff that Black Potion was accusing you of earlier.
If people want to go that far, though, I mean.
But no, I'm not telling. They didn't go. I'm not saying if people want to go that far. That's what he did.
What I'm saying is, if they do want to go that far, though, they'll just cut out the extrapolation you add on. It doesn't matter.
No.
They'll cut it up any way they want.
We will have the original.
Exactly, and that's the whole point.
We will have it in order, unedited and unequivocally correct.
And then we can then what's the word for this? We can then, when we say a malicious intent, we can be like, oh, this person we can prove that this person did XYZ to be what's the word for this? To mislead.
We're being thorough.
Yeah, exactly. The point is that we can show that the people are misleading. It's like fake news. You can prove that they were being malicious and they were trying to manipulate the viewers and the audience, which hurts their credibility if caught. That's the age we live in. If you don't do that, you're doomed.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm not saying you. I'm saying other people. That's why I do the preface. So I apologize. I'm long-winded with my answers, but I have to do that to protect myself and other people that I'm trying to support.
So, okay. So just to clarify.
Yeah.
Based on the information we now know, you agree that he did not use that certified board.
No, it's impossible.
You've already extrapolated.
It's impossible for him to use a certified board. It's impossible.
Okay. All right. So we kind of got a little sidetracked from the original intent of why I came back in here. Do you have any other questions, or any of your people have any other questions or anything like that?
No, we pretty much answered most of it. So.
Okay. So I think that's pretty much it.
All right, Tipster. Thank you for coming through. And,
yeah, for sure. And thanks for letting me clarify. I apologize if for some reason I wasn't very clear on the intent of my questions and whatnot, or the reasons I was coming in here. But I wanted the opportunity to clear that up, and thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Definitely. Look forward to having you again for another passionate debate.
I'm down. I'm down if you ever want to do it, man.
All right, man.
Just invite me anytime, man.
Okay.
All right, later.
All right, later. You know, I completely abused the YouTube chat and ignored everyone who's possibly talking.
I wouldn't call that ignoring. It was just, that was just a segment.
You rock, we rock. You rock.
Here's a special feature.
I think from time to time you should stick to something. I think the commenters understand. But like they're all 81 people in here.
That's not a lot.
I just want to make one final comment. I don't understand why he kept saying sidetracked at the end, because I thought he came back in here to address the whole shit talk issue, and we dealt with that like immediately, and he was just kind of hanging around. I'm not trying to start nothing else. I'm just saying, like, that was my perspective on it. It just kind of bothered me that he kept saying we got getting sidetracked.
I'm gonna just be quiet. I ain't gonna stir the pot no more. Honestly, me and Padron are bullies in Baghdad.
I'm the man in the mask.
You got.
No fuck.
All right. So what's next up on the agenda, guys? Yeah, I was about to say your cookies are gonna get spoiled. You should eat them, honey.
I thought you was going for an analogy.
Yeah, me too.
No, I was not.
Spoiled. You better eat them. I don't know where that was going.
Right first, you really shouldn't be on the stream if that situation's going on.
Well, whoa.
What's the stream chat saying, guys? Because I'm doing this bonus stage real quick.
Everybody's typing in paragraphs.
Oh, people read.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Bunch of people in the chat type.
They want Apollo Legend in here.
I'm not trying to start all that mess.
Wait, try first, real quick. Was Apollo Legend that guy who made that terribly cut up video of you saying some stuff?
No, Apollo Legend's the one who dressed up as a fake Billy Mitchell and went to his arcade to troll him, and then put him on the spot and question him about him playing MAME or whatever the dispute was.
See, my thing is, do these people think that like people in person usually like punched in their shit? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, like YouTube is YouTube, but you can talk all that shit over YouTube. But like, what you gonna do? Like, you meet up in real life. What you gonna do then?
Oh, I want
to. Like, people kill me with some of this shit they talk this shit on YouTube.
Someone said if Billy spins this as a victim.
If Billy spins it as a victim, well then it's really just
victory or victim.
Come on, guys! I'm ready for you to insult me. Come on, let's go.
Hold on. Victory or victim? I didn't hear what he said.
Victim. He said victim. He typed in victim.
Wait, they're talking to me at the same time, honey.
I mean, I personally feel like it's a shame that this went as far as it did. Like,
they're saying Apollo's in the chat. He wants to come in.
Oh my God! I ain't got the energy.
What? Galaxies or anywhere else. It's like, where is this board?
Oh, that's the dude that trolled Billy.
It's a thing.
What he would have did if Billy was there?
The highest score ever on
no, Billy was there.
Why can't they find it?
I'll ask you for you. Hey, Ian wants to know where the board is.
I couldn't be these guys.
Where is the Triforce? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ian wants to know, did they ever find the Donkey Kong board?
Did they ever find
that got the score on, essentially?
The actual board? I don't know if Billy has his Nintendo board or whatever it is, but
That's not the one with the score on it.
Nah, well, you'd have to. There's no the board. The way the boards work, it doesn't work like that. It's not like, oh, the score's stuck to the board. That's not how it works. Like
this nigga really want him to chat.
If he wants to come in, why he can just come in? Let him in.
I mean, there's got to be some kind of chain of custody since they.
Y'all niggas ain't gotta type in the chat if you want to join Discord and jump.
Well, that's my thing, Triforce. Where's the score? If it's not on the board, then if it's not stored on the board, where is the score?
The scores can't be stored on the board. That's not how it works.
What I'm asking is, where is it at?
It's supposed to be on a videotape.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. There you go, Ian.
Well, I mean, I thought they could at least track down the
Nope.
the one he played on.
It's right there for you in black and white. The score is recorded via videotape, and it's only played on said board.
Exactly. So you can't.
Well, see, this is my whole thing. And I was talking to Triforce about this a while ago. Twin Galaxies proved nothing. They proved nothing.
They just kind of.
They're just convinced that he didn't play on an official board, so they removed all his records that had nothing to do with Donkey Kong.
No, they scientifically proved that he didn't play on an official board.
You keep saying that word scientific, but I need a quantifiable definition of what scientific is from Twin Galaxies before I can take that statement seriously.
Based on observation, although it was limited observation of what an arcade is supposed to do. One of the biggest issues here is that people inferring what arcade can or cannot do. A lot of people do that. They go, oh, arcade does this only, and MAME does that only. Well, okay, did anyone call Nintendo and get a board tech to say what can and what cannot be done? That would be nice.
Exploring the possibilities, right? But, we're dealing with an organization here who does not have the resources or, in my opinion, want to acquire the resources to even do a proper investigation. However, the point I want to make here is that if they want to use that term scientific, then they can't use one piece, which is observation of the scientific process, to justify scientific research.
Someone said that, and then the funny part is, if you look at Twin Galaxies' their statement, it says in order to find out if it was actually MAME, there's a certain level of resources, etc., that they would have to do to get the actual answer, and it's like exactly. You'd have to go through.
Oh yeah, but then the excuse is we don't want to deal with it, so get rid of it, get rid of all of it, purge it, salt the earth,
And that's the issue. Someone says Apollo Legend wants to come in. Would someone help this guy get in here? I actually want to talk to him about this shit he did. What the hell? I cannot.
This is a simple. Just so everybody knows, this is a simple search you can do on Google. The scientific method has several pieces to it, and observation is just one of them. It's like 6th grade science, exactly, Ian. Thank you. So if anybody wants to figure out what scientific is, then just base it off of that. But as far as I'm concerned, they only use 1 to 2 pieces of the scientific method to condemn Billy. Well, okay, I won't say condemn, judge Billy. Place a verdict on Billy's scores and their legitimacy on basically what I find to be just completely lazy detective work. I read that statement several times, and all it did was boil down to me as we don't want to deal with it. Screw Billy.
Yeah.
That's what I took away from all this.
Is Apollo Legend?
The way I read it, when I read it, it made it sound like it was a clerical error on the part of Twin Galaxies. Like, oh wow, this shouldn't have gotten in our database in the first place. That's how I read it. That was me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, either way you slice it, nothing was done properly.
All right, Apollo, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you're trying to get the link to the Discord, it's in the description.
That's literally the 5th thing. It's the 5th link. What a circus! Like, but they're twin galaxies. My opinion doesn't matter.
I tried stating my opinion on there. Just say what they want to say.
Appalling legends.
Like I asked about the board on there, like I asked Triforce, and they just like, well, you see, there's some kind of conclusion between Kyle Rogers.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. When you asked on Twin Galaxies about where the board was, you got a completely different answer than what Triforce just gave you. You got a completely different answer. Like, not even in the same realm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It feels like a lot of energy was used up, B.
Yeah.
No, I'm drained. Like, I haven't been drained like this on a debate in a long time. And it's really just because, and I'm saying this bluntly, it's really just because everybody's so goddamn stupid. No one's using their brains here. I hate to sound like a goddamn what are those people called? A zealot or anything like that, but this is a goddamn witch hunt. There's so much biasness. There's so, and like forget the witch hunt thing for a second. That's for lack of a better a better term. I'm just saying that all the points lead to everybody who's crying foul is being listened to, and anybody with a reasonable argument to exonerate Billy is being completely ignored and pushed to the side.
Yeah, this whole Billy Mitchell thing is draining.
Like it's almost as if you don't collectively believe he's guilty, then there's something wrong with you. That's been this way from the establishment all the way down to the common man. Okay, everybody seems to have the same mentality.
You better think Billy's cheating, or else.
It's like I wonder what these people would do. Would they all just would they all just go to the top floor of the world's tallest building and just jump collectively, like one after another? Like, what would happen if Billy was found out to be completely untouched in this whole thing, like uncorrupted, everything? Like, he did everything by the books. Like,
they're gonna have to do more than a formal apology. That's all I know.
You didn't have any control.
No, I don't feel like people need to apologize. It's just that, from the start, people just need to, shut up until they have all the facts, or at least be non-partial. I get it. Like, you're never gonna really have that. There's always gonna be some bias. There's always gonna be somebody who's butthurt and they get into the conversation. But I think there's just too much when it comes to stuff that happens around Twin Galaxies. Way too many personal feelings. And for an organization that leaves it up to the peers to determine a lot of what's validated there, I don't think that system works too well. Like, I don't think that's the right thing to just have.
I want to make a prediction.
Yeah.
That the peer review system is terrible.
It's going to be some other smut.
Mm-hmm.
Huge controversy. Gray evidence everywhere. It's going to be a huge mess again for Twin Galaxies, and they're going to have to do some kind of retroaction to the same person.
Right.
This is going to keep on happening.
Right, exactly. They're going to find another guy. There's going to be a bunch of gray evidence. They're not going to want to deal with it, and then he's going to get the same treatment Billy got. When is it, is Twin Galaxies, I'm really asking here, is Twin Galaxies proud of what they've done?
They're a company.
No. I've already stated this publicly. Is that I don't care. I don't care what decisions they make at the end of the day. I just want to know, are they satisfied with their induction? With their deductions? Are they satisfied? Yeah. Are they satisfied with
all they care about?
The conclusions they've reached. I'm saying, the way they get to their conclusions. Are they satisfied with that?
Well, in my opinion, this is my opinion about the whole situation because of the stuff that I actually know on the inside. I don't think they care what people think about their decision. Their law, and they made the decision. That's just that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
everything just seems a little. It just seems a little arbitrary at a point. Like none of what Twin Galaxies put into place actually matters, because when I'm first getting into this Twin Galaxy stuff, I'm hearing that there's like a forgiveness clause or something like that.
Yeah, there is.
And then when Todd and Billy come up,
there was a forgiveness clause.
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
It was said, but that's not what happened.
Oh, okay. So they said there was going to be one, but then there wasn't one. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Jace Hall himself
said... Okay, well, that explains why any of this circus is going on in the first place.
Jace Hall himself has said, when he took over the company and made the new website, I used to go on his actual, what's the name of this thing? His Leech show. He had a little a show of TG Live, and I actually came on his show a couple of times or whatever. And he said, you know, well, he didn't say on that particular show, but he has said it on the forums. He said it on one of TG Live's show that they're going to do a clean slate. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to get into the drama with whatever, blah, blah, blah. He was not here when it went down. He doesn't want to get into taking people's side. He's going to create an adjudication system that would help solve all these problems, blah, blah, blah. Everyone would get a clean slate. That's how Rudy Ferretti got unbanned. Rudy Ferretti was banned, I think, for life. And he had a police case against him with Twin Galaxies. They literally did like I think some type of he had a case against him by Twin Galaxies. Twin Galaxies filed something against him or whatever. I know it's not suing, but I think it was like to have him removed from Twin Galaxies or whatever the case was. But it was permanent. It was definitely permanent, right? And out of nowhere, Rudy Ferretti comes back. And the reason why Rudy Ferretti comes back is because he was given a second chance. Clean slate. Now, I look at Todd Rogers and I look at Billy Mitchell, and they get nothing.
That's what I was trying to say. It didn't seem like there was any kind of forgiveness or whatever for Todd, the accusations brought against Todd. Like,
some people are just scared of letting go their heroes. Mr. Unlucky, what's going on? Well, here's the thing.
That's an interesting statement given the context of the conversation we just had.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You know who my greatest hero is? Me. Billy and whatever, they're a man 50 grand and all, but I don't hold them in that regard like how you guys think I do. You know, I'm tired of people assuming. Oh, I missed him. I'm tired of people assuming that, like, I look at Billy and Todd as my heroes. I have nothing against those guys, but I'm my own man.
It's a forgiveness clause, which means they don't have to do anything. The organization sets up the forgiveness clause, and that's the end of it. They're willing to forgive. They're not asking for an omission of guilt or anything like that.
Exactly.
Not to my knowledge, anyway. If they are, then whatever. It still stands as a clause.
So first of all, so people can truly understand the whole context of the so-called clean slate program. The clean slate program has nothing to do with allowing a cheater to whatever. It's got nothing to do with it. It's that even if you're found guilty of something, oh man, come on, get back over there. What the hell? Even if you're one second, guys. I'm in a world of crap right now. Boom. Get out of here. Okay. Even if you're found guilty on something, it's just that the punishment, they wouldn't retroactively hit you with a retroactive punishment. That's what it is. They can't penalize you for something you've done. Oh, I got out of that. Sorry. They can't penalize. No, it's not that they can't. They won't penalize you. They won't penalize you for something that you did a long time ago or before the new administration. Think of it like exonerating, or there's another word for it. What's that word? Pardon. You've been pardoned. That's what the clean slate program is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a pardon. But that pardon I have not seen anyone get pardoned yet. That's what I'm saying. What? Oh, I got caught. Wasn't paying attention. I have yet to see anyone get pardoned. And also the way Twin Galaxies, is doing their things, man. I'm scared. Not for me, obviously. It's because this has nothing to really do with them. Like I told people, like, you gotta be kidding. You're fired. That was so dirty. People go, Triforce, you're next. I am. They got me mistaken.
Yeah, like I don't get that. Wow. I don't get why people say that.
I'm next because I support Billy and them. So I'm a part of the old guard, and you know I got to be a cheater too, because I'm supposedly supporting cheaters. So.
Yo, Lord Lucifer.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not gonna question the logic of people.
Is Lord Lucifer in the Discord with us, or is he just in the chat?
I have no idea.
I think he's just in the YouTube chat. I actually am making my own comic book. I feel like you knew this.
Nice.
Call me paranoid. But I feel like he already knew this.
Why is he asking? Why is he telling you should make your own comic book?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no context to it, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no context to it whatsoever, so I feel like he is aware that I actually am making my own comic book.
Pauldron, you're an artist?
Yes.
Yo.
Mr.
My stuff's in the Let's Create channel if you have access to it.
You should play and maybe stream Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 Plus for the Switch. It's pretty challenging. I think you would like it. Yeah, I know it is. Pete Rose was banned from baseball forever for betting on a game and will never be let into the Hall of Fame. Billy did much worse.
What?
Not Peyton Manning. Tom Brady cheated to win a Super Bowl by playing with a deflated ball. They suspended him, and he keeps all 5 of his rings. Each organization does their own thing. The difference is baseball didn't say, okay, we're gonna give a forgiveness clause, and then Pete Rose did it and then did not do it. So yeah, like apples and oranges. Please don't make up these garbage arguments.
Wait, wait, what he said, Billy did much work. What did Billy do exactly?
Didn't play.
I want him to say it. I want him to say what Billy did. Well, if the devil knew everything, then he should have known that he was going to lose the guy when he tried to, you know.
Like a young lady who doesn't respect herself.
Oh, that's what I got to say about that.
So wait, you said the Let's Create channel?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube or?
No, it's in the Discord.
Oh.
What?
Like, is it in this Discord or is it another Discord?
It's in the EMP Discord.
It says now they're officially accepting main submissions.
Alright.
If you can't see it, then you probably just don't have the role permission to get in there.
They're officially accepting MAME submissions.
I thought Let's Create was open to everybody.
Damn, I could put my art in there too.
After this, I'm just so confused. After this new addition, their guys.
Why do people keep saying I'm defending Billy? Why can they not understand that there's a difference between support and defense?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, Triforce. There are two things with the people who comment that I've noticed, because I've been debating with all of them. They only know 2 words: cheater and defending. That's it. And so everything you say has to go through a long, extensive process in their brains that somehow equivalates to you're defending Billy or Billy's a cheater. They only have 2 thought processes. So everything that they hear, digest, say, read has to translate into those 2 things. And their brain is working overtime now, okay? Using mad calories to make those things true to them in their mind. They're delusional. Anything you say or do that isn't condemning Billy must be in defense of Billy. Pure, straight, white knight defense of Billy.
It can't be neutral?
There's no such thing, Triforce.
Oh, you have
there
to...
There is good and there is evil.
Either on Billy's side, or you're against Billy.
You're either with us or against us, Triforce.
I didn't know that's how it worked. I thought I could have an objective, neutral opinion, and wait for the details and the facts. I didn't know I was not allowed to wait for the facts.
Well, see, it's not that they're not allowed to wait for the facts; it's just that they can't handle it. Okay, they're running on megabytes of memory. Okay.
All right.
They're too dense.
Let me read an article for you guys. I'm gonna show you what to prove your point.
You got floppy disks, and you got terabyte hard drives. Okay. Solid state.
Remember what you said, right? Remember what you said. So I'm gonna bring this article up on to prove this entire thing about the processing of the brain, right? Watch this. YouTube, Twitch. So I'm gonna read something to you, right? So remember we just stated that that they could not definitively conclude that he used MAME, right? I'm gonna read something to you. Give me a second. Control F. All right. According to Jace Hall, the owner of Twin Galaxies, being able to watch a documentary footage of Mitchell's 1047 score performance VHS score tape was helpful in determining that the gamer had cheated by using MAME. But yes. Huh? Oh yeah. You can come. No, she can come.
Wait.
She can come.
Wait, I was talking to Ian about something on Twin Galaxies website.
Yeah.
What you just read? Did Jace make an offhanded statement that Billy cheated?
That's from Variety. That's from a website that said.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say what.
Yeah, the website said that. That based on Jace Hall, they've come to the conclusion that Billy cheated and he used MAME. Although in the official, what's the word for this here? In the official, come on, Triforce, get it together.
So much for it.
In the official verdict, they said they could not determine if he used MAME, but according to this article, he used. It says that Jace Hall said he used MAME.
Right. See, this is what I'm talking about. This article misquotes him. It misquotes Jace Hall, of all people.
Oh, it's definitely have to misquote him because Jace said they couldn't determine it. So
right, exactly.
And what they're writing is not what Jace Hall said.
At all. Not even close. Oh, so apparently Twin Galaxies has their own official version of MAME that they're allowing players to use.
Oh.
It's new according to Ian. Because Ian's the one who's been looking into all this stuff, and this is new to him. So, yeah, I guess.
Well, it's something called Wolf MAME.
Yeah, it's what they deem to be the.
That's an old
name, but I mean.
Wait, go up real quick. I just read something. Why does it say all versions now accepted?
Because there are multiple versions of MAME.
Of Wolf MAME or just MAME?
Of Wolf MAME.
All versions. So Wolf MAME is apparently the Twin Galaxies approved MAME engine to use. So they're allowing MAME, but it's only the versions of Wolf MAME.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time I've seen, like, Twin Galaxy made this a policy, but this is the first time they're doing it, like, this is new to me. This is new to me. This guy says he can do it in 2000, but...
Maybe they have been, who knows?
What's going on in the chat?
Wolf MAME Fist, stop. Metal Mint.
Hold up, let me see what's going on. It would also mean testing visual effects software or anything else we can think of to be definitively certain. This kind of testing is beyond the scope of the dispute case needs.
Oh, of course it is. I'm so, and it's nice that they said that too, because yeah, I guess they felt like they needed to clarify that. Hey, everybody, we're allowing you to use MAME, but hey, this has nothing to do with what's been going on with any other MAME-related stuff.
Well, apparently,
Billy, a cheat, you can tell by that shitty hairdo.
What?
So
a comment from a man or woman who does not want anyone to take them seriously.
According to this guy's got way back machine. He says he's been doing this for a while. It's the first time I read this. So it's just my time.
That's like.
It's just so like.
So
super
tiring.
unclear now to me. Like, okay, so if it is MAME, maybe it's the version of MAME that they do allow.
They allow no. It's clear to me that they allow a version of MAME, or at least a category of different MAME engines. They have an approved. They basically have an approved MAME that they think is fine for doing this stuff.
So I was right. This is a clerical error.
Sure.
It seems like this is a clerical error more than anything to me now.
It's an error, period.
So Etika is in the chat now.
No, he's not.
That's not him.
Oh, he was.
No,
that's not him.
Oh. Never mind.
It'd be more likely to see Justin Wong pop up in this thing, or George W. Bush pop up in this thing than Etika.
Because it's stupid.
I don't know why Etika would be in here. Not that he doesn't have anything to do with Triforce, it's just what? Like, he don't care about no classic gamers.
I'm back.
You don't care about
about Smash Brothers.
Don't care about Sahil. You don't care about no masks.
Who does? Who does care about Sahil?
Hey, I care about Sahil, okay?
Yeah, I was joking. I care about Sahil.
He's a pillar of this community, alright?
I feel like that's just pity.
Every time I see Sahil, I always remember to turn off and turn back on my device before asking any technical advice.
Hey, I'm not my uncle, man. I'm not my uncle.
What do you mean you're not your uncle? Why do I feel like this is a racist comment coming up?
But my uncle's the one who works at tech support.
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
So, can you tell us? Do you know what he actually does? Like what he actually says at tech support?
Okay, so this is what happened, right? He'll wake up in the morning. He'll have his bowl. He'll have his bowl full of curry. Then he'll go on the Indian rickshaws into the abandoned warehouse full of all the tech support scammers. And then he will answer the phone whenever the phone rings and say, "Excuse me, madam, have you tried restarting your router?"
Oh my god.
Now, for those who are sitting here saying that's mad racist, because why would he say that? He's Indian, so he's allowed to make fun. Why?
Indian descent. He's Canadian by birth.
No, he's African.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just don't let Sahil say know that you said that.
Let's just call Sahil white for no reason.
What?
I don't know. I'm drained.
That's sleep territory right there.
There's also and then also another key to being the best Indian tech support is knowing that whenever there's a question that isn't resolved with restarting the router, you say, "Please, madam, wait one moment. I will forward you to my manager."
Oh my god.
This is crazy.
Like, have you ever been like tired to the point where you feel drugged?
I feel like that.
Have you been drugged? What are we talking about? Anesthesia? Heroin? Anesthesia?
I'm talking about like probably marijuana. I don't know.
Did the wait? So I'm reading Discord. So did Funimation not fuck up with simulcast this week?
Actually, I want to watch My Hero Academy. I want to know who's down.
Yeah, like, do we have to wait until 5 a.m. again? Because I got work
it's already
at 9,
out.
so.
It's already out. It's on hashtag
Dub
already.
or sub or both?
Both. Everything is done already.
Okay. Oh, so Funimation has it all out.
Yeah.
But no, it's on hashtag though.
The link is on hashtag.
Yeah, the link is on hashtag.
No. The whole video is on hashtag.
Yeah, but I have a Funimation account.
So what?
Someone wants I'll go on hashtag for the traffic. I'll have the browser open, but I don't like the UI, so I'm gonna use Funimation.
So someone wants you to recommend them a game.
Recommend them a game?
Yes.
Does it have to be a free game? Does he have like a budget for this game?
I think he's talking about like any. I think he's talking about any game. I don't know.
Oh, recommend Steel Battalion.
Or D's Nuts. Either one of those games are fun.
Look.
I thought
we all know that the superior installment is D's Nuts 2.
Recommend the Mega Man Zero collection.
A good game.
D's Nuts was terrible. Okay, D's Nuts was one of the worst games of all time, but the sequel redeemed the series. Okay, don't play D's Nuts 3. Just play D's Nuts 2. It's a good send off to the story. It's complete. The third game is just pretentious. Okay, the first game had terrible graphics, completely unplayable.
Yeah. Didn't they make like a remake?
Yeah, D's Nuts.
Yeah, for the PS4, but.
D's Nuts 2 Attack of the Enlarged Scrotum Balls is a much
we don't talk about
more worthy successor.
We don't talk about that version. Okay, as successful as it was trash.
This Discord is so stupid, B. For real.
Balls deep inside the pussy.
Whoa, like okay.
That was just a spin-off game. God, just trying to milk the franchise for everything it's worth. It only revolved around one character. The story was bland. The customization mode was nice, but that was all you got out of the game. Even the pussy 1 and 2.
Oh, and to answer the question of the person who said what game should I play, game that I recently started playing that I'm enjoying a lot is a game that was. It's a compilation game that was released on the 3DS like a month ago. It's called Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology, which is like a bundle of the 3 mainline games from a series that are like bundled into one with like a definitive like re-res and a bunch of added stuff like that. So that's a pretty good game if you're into JRPGs. Grid based. It's not grid based like It's not Fire Emblem. It's grid based, but it's not overworld grid based. I don't know how to explain it. But that's a good game.
So, do you like Shrek?
I watched Shrek as a kid, like the first 3 Shrek movies, and I really enjoyed the ending to Shrek 2. But aside from that, I think that if I were to rewatch everything from the Shrek movies, aside from the ending of Shrek 2, I wouldn't like it very much.
Did you know that Jesus was black? Everyone knows that Jesus was black. If you don't,
I think you need to take a nap. I know we having fun in here, but sleep is important.
Paul, did you see the trailer for
I go sleep at like 1:30.
For what's it called? Incredibles 2?
When did it come out? Did it just come out?
Yeah, like they had a teaser before from like a month ago, but we got like a full 2.5 minute trailer, like official trailer that came out, and it looks really good. Like before, I was kind of on the fence about it because I was like, with how Finding Dory turned out, I'm not sure if this is gonna be like as good.
I think it took too long for a second,
one.
But I'm glad to have it.
Yeah.
These nuts didn't transition to 3D well.
So we don't talk about
These Nuts was at its peak with the cell shaded 2D era.
Are you kidding me? It was at its peak when it went to the 3DS because you can see stuff in 3D.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Didn't they put like
that happen.
I just wanted to
Didn't
say
they-
Riley's line. Y'all niggas is gay.
Didn't they put these nuts on the Virtual Boy one time?
No.
This
No?
is why we can't have anything nice. No, for real. This is why we can't have anything nice to me. Because this shit, these nuts jokes are just out of hand.
Wait, isn't there a VR game coming out too?
Oh my god. Here we go.
I think that's a third party.
Oh, right. Oh,
Not
no, I'm
going
getting
anywhere,
confused
though.
with the Switch's HD Rumble feature game coming out.
These nuts VR is too exotic. These
So,
nuts
Red.
is an acquired
Yo.
taste, nigga. What?
Apparently, episode 1 of Steins Gate Zero already came out or something.
I've seen it today. It came out and it was pretty good. Even though I
Is the
played
o-
the game,
Is the opening good or no?
it's pretty decent. It's not as good as the first.
Okay, feels bad.
You should still watch it though.
I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it once it's all out, so I can just binge it.
I hope Tipster is still watching because I want to give him a little bit of advice. Change that Twitter banner because it looks like you got ants on your face, dude.
What the hell?
If you see his Twitter banner, it looks like he's got ants crawling all over him.
You guys
I'm still waiting for.
Oh,
I'm still
man.
waiting for those nuts. Okay, I think this is getting out of hand.
Yeah. Just back away slowly.
I'm just dying like a bum.
These
Aren't we
nuts
all?
on S Sniper Wolf.
If you think about it, we're all dying.
I don't know about
These
you, man.
nuts got bought by Konami and been made into pachinko machine.
So Triverse, I'm on Hashtiv. I can't find the
EMP community.
I'm waiting for the secret guide.
do I just type in EMP community in the search bar?
Interesting. You're not a part of the EMP group.
No, I'm part of it. I just don't know how to get on there because I never look at it.
Okay, there's a button that has a bunch of people people in it, right? That is the group button.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it.
What
Yeah,
about
are
that
you sure
one
you do?
spin-off game?
Yeah, I
with these
see it.
nuts?
I see it. Look, members,
tried-
128 members. Yeah.
What about that one spin-off game of these nuts? It tried to be like a collectathon, but ended up being a ukulele rip.
Just out of curiosity, are you fascinated with nuts?
No, I'm reading like
It's
the
just a
comment section.
really interesting game series.
Only the second game matters.
So, Trevor, I'm on the EMP community. I only see a link for the sub. Is there no doubling? You
Is
said it,
Zuru here? Yeah, oh, you only watch a dub. I don't know. Just click the thing and then go to Funimation. God damn it.
No, because I went to Funimation. Theirs isn't out until 5:30 a.m.
Well, there
so.
you go, B. Enjoy that hash chip jump off.
One second.
So I'm sure you can find it somewhere on the internet.
Have to.
Exactly.
How do you not? How does the UI diminish the experience? I don't understand.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Full screen is full screen.
No.
It's coming to terms with it.
The chat needs to stop.
Sega had the best clone of these nuts. Oh my
I'm
god.
not even gonna say anymore. Y'all just read the chat for yourselves. Okay.
Okay, I think I officially hate Nicki Minaj now.
Why is that?
She has a song called Chun Li.
No.
She has a song called
Speaking bird kick of disrespect.
Before I just didn't like her. Now I think I actually hate her.
There it is.
You just the vagina publishes that logo.
Or I'll be back. I'm gonna watch the episode.
And you should watch Steins Gate.
I'll watch it when it's all out.
Watch Persona.
No, it's just gonna be a recap of all the cutscenes.
It's actually different.
Plus,
okay, now I really think y'all niggas are just obsessed.
Why did they change Akira's name to Ren fucking?
There's no reason. They just did it. Kind of weird. It's kind of hard to get terms of, but yeah.
Okay, whatever. BRB.
What was the hardest? Well, okay, someone asked, what was the hardest game console you've waited in line for? And what I mean is the worst weather scenario store people to deal with.
I would say it would have to be D's Nuts.
No,
Deluxe.
it was directed to Triforce, and it's a serious question. We stopped talking about nuts a long time ago.
I mean, man, people were in line to get D's Nuts Special Edition, Ultimate Climax Edition.
Rows of them.
We talk about fruit now.
Yo, my man, why are you in the mic? Why are you in the mic like that? Like, for real?
Because the boneless pizza meme never died in the hearts of trolls everywhere.
Did somebody say boneless?
What the hell?
See, I'm mad Red knows how to do it right, though. Like, everybody else
we're all going to die.
Everybody else just eats the mic. Red actually did it properly.
I am a connoisseur.
Oh. I'm gonna hit this 500,000 before I die. For this. I will.
See, how you just gonna spell Nintendo wrong, bro?
What? Someone spelled Nintendo wrong?
It's like the easiest freaking
They
word
spelled
ever.
it like Nintendo.
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 I-95, B. I-95.
I think that's the Chinese NES. No, it's not a Nintendo. It's Nintendo.
No,
this
this
is
not a Nintendo. It's a
Spubby isn't even here. What is this?
Or it could be read as Nintendo. Nintendo.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Did they ever answer the worst weather / people at the store to deal with?
It was actually directed to Triforce.
I know. Triforce.
Yeah.
What was the worst weather condition you've ever stood in line for, or the worst staff you've ever had to deal with?
Or the worst scenario in general.
Worst scenario? These nuts.
Yeah, just in general. Okay. Apparently it was these nuts. I don't know why he stood in line for the first game.
I'm just saying they were just...
I can't hold it against them though, because no one knew. The franchise promised so much for the first game, but it was during a time when games were already not that they couldn't be that groundbreaking because of the limits of the technology. When
These Nuts board, I played it once.
That's got nothing to do with the franchise. That's a completely separate entity.
So I played it.
Video game.
People said it was better than Dungeons and Dragons. I tend to disagree.
Wait, what's better than Dungeons and Dragons? I just zoned out for like a minute
These
there.
Nuts, the board game.
Oh nah. D&D is where it's at.
Yeah, I disagree.
It was only groundbreaking enough to warrant the fans to buy a sequel, which the sequel was good. It wasn't godlike. It wasn't the best game ever, but it was good. It was much better than the second. Than the first. It did everything that we wanted it in the first game. That was.
I really just want to stop.
Fulfill the promise.
What do you think about the Atari 2600 version?
That's what I'm talking about. Just completely unplayable.
How about the fan remake?
So what is the plot?
The fans took so much time to.
You want to know what the plot of these nuts is?
Dedication to this project.
Yes.
Okay, so look. This is the plot of these nuts. Okay, so initially, in the first and second games, forget the third game. The third game goes completely off the rails. In the first and second game, you play as this squirrel called Deez, okay? And he has these nuts, right? And an evil sorcerer takes his nuts and hides them in the Black Cave, okay? and being the squirrel that he is, he has to save his nuts, or else his girlfriend's gonna leave him. All right, so he's got to get his nuts back from the wizard, but he has to go through the trials and tribulations of the dark Black Cave.
So was Deez related to Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No, he's just a squirrel. It was a simpler time. He was just a squirrel guy. He had a green hat. Okay. He had a green hat that allowed him to like, and see, the hat was part of the mechanics and stuff like that. You see, the green hat would protect him against diseases and things that the wizard would throw at him. But the green hat could get damaged, right?
Where do you think they got? Where do you think they got Mario Odyssey's hat from?
Right. And he could also use the hat to protect his allies. It had good mechanics, but just on the Atari, it was just unplayable. Like it was too much. It was too much for the time. But the second game basically did it all right.
Is it like a platformer for specific?
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
fucking god! Tripers, listen.
Yeah.
Do not confirm or deny this, okay? But I just watched the new My Hero Academia opening for the second time. I did not catch this the first time. In the beginning, near the beginning, right after Deku like starts running, there's a scene of All Might, and he's getting his powers from the person who came before, and it looks like it's a girl.
It is.
Well, I don't think that was a secret.
No, that wasn't. How is
I
that?
swear that was in the manga. I swear they explained that in the manga.
What about these
in the manga? Yeah, but I'm saying that for anime only watcher, they don't know.
Oh, okay. I can.
No, so I'm saying they spoiled that in the opening. That like the holder of All For One before All Might was a chick.
The chat's gonna go crazy about spoilers now.
I thought everyone knew that.
All right, after this, I'm done.
How are you supposed to know that if you don't read the manga? Explain that to me. If I don't read the manga,
let's not. How about that? Good score, Sahil. Good on you. I'm not going to shit on it because I'm thoroughly happy about it, so I can't shit on it. It's not going to repeat.
Alright.
Yo, niggas,
Listen, I just got excited a moment because I literally just figured it out a minute ago. So
yeah, I mean, if you got it, that's what's up. Sure, enjoy
it. Tipster.
Yo, niggas need to stop with these nuts jokes, please.
These nuts universe characters. These nuts tipster.
What about These Nuts and Knuckles featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series plus Bowser's Minion Championship Edition 2 plus e-reader for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U?
In order to make that even happen, my man. See, now you're just talking about stuff that is just completely irrelevant. In order to even make that happen, you would have had to have owned a Game Shark, some Japanese hacking software for the Sega Genesis. You needed the Knuckles. You needed the Sonic and Knuckles adapter card. And you needed to stick this weird like piece of rubber in between the board or something like that, or it wouldn't be compatible with the D's Nuts cartridge. And you needed both the D's Nuts 1 and D's Nuts 2 cartridge. It was impossible to get the D's Nuts 1 cartridge. It was for the Atari.
I feel so dead inside.
Is this dude really serious, or?
I can do this all day.
This is a joke. It has gone far too long.
I am a storyteller. I can do this all day.
I'm just making sure his level of insipid.
I like Aldrin is dope.
Busting out the thesaurus.
I'm just listening like this nigga talk about these nuts, the game on Atari. I'm just like, whoa.
I must learn all these techniques.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know. All I know is that I'm dead inside.
Good for you.
I gotta stretch after this stream.
I'm about to get on Fortnite and come up with more jokes for Tipster next time.
Y'all niggas stop. Triforce, do you know about Project Beluga? Hold on, let me look.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
Hold up, I'm looking it up right now. No one's saying anything.
So do you even know anything about it?
No, that's why I'm looking it up.
So, wait, how you gonna ask somebody do they know something when you don't even know?
I was reading comment section.
Yeah, he was reading our comments. Someone else.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
Oh, this is a Pokemon Switch rumor. Its code name is Project Beluga. I think it's named after the Project Dolphin of the GameCube. I think that's what's going down.
That's just called wishful thinking.
Yeah, I think this is fake.
It's called you want that to be that.
I mean, that's what I'm inferring.
Who's playing Mario with me as well?
Me, sorry.
All I know is this. All I know is it's a Pokemon Switch rumor. I don't think it's real. Jeffers, do you think Mark Zuckerberg is not human? He never will.
It's bedtime.
I just want to make it to stage 50.
You're just creating questions.
And I did, as I said that, I died. I made 500,000 though. Yeah, I got my 500,000. Hey. I already got the world record. You want to watch My Hero, honey?
I want to go to sleep.
That's literally what she wants to do. She wants to go to sleep. Actually, I've been streaming for way longer than I'm supposed to do. Let's watch My Hero before we go to sleep. Alright. Anyway, guys. I think I've stayed up long enough.
Yeah. Look, Jeffers, do you believe in the Illuminati?
She's trying to capture me, guys. Look. She's trying to capture me. Help!
Great, now
I'm trapped.
Great, now people think we eviscerated Tipster. Great.
We didn't eviscerate Tipster. Alright, guys, listen. Yeah, I'm actually very tired. I'm surprised I even stayed up this long.
Same.
So I'm gonna catch some Z's. Tomorrow, Sunday, guys, I'm off. Wait, man, I'm off. This is what I do, right? I will definitely be back. I'm actually going to stream a little bit earlier so we can get back in here. We'll find out what's the new thing, because you know something always pops up on social media. So so I'll definitely see you guys. I want to thank everyone for this moment. I'm going to leave this stream up, but I'm going to put it in the stream section. This will not be cataloged because of the language that we use in the stream. So this is just for people interested in the whole Billy Mitchell, Donkey Kong tips and stuff, whatever. But
would you sleep? Yeah. Think of me. What?
I don't know. Like I don't know what. I guess it's. Never mind. I guess just do your normal thing you do with these streams. Never mind.
No. I'm gonna leave this up.
I was gonna suggest I post it up, but it would do the same thing as having it up on your stream anyway. Up on your channel anyway.
You actually, if you want, you can I could put it as unlisted, and then because then it just won't show up on the channel unless you have the link, and then you can add it to your playlist on your channel.
It's up to you, because it doesn't take away from the fact that it was done on your channel. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well,
it's still associated with you. I don't know what else. It's obviously late.
I'm not concerned about what people think about me. I'm not on the. There's a lot of people who are concerned about like what society will think of, like, oh, this person's associated. Someone even said Triforce. It looks bad on you when you try to support Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell, and it's gonna give EMP a bad reputation. My answer to them is, you're 18 years late. like, like, come on, like, come on. People have me down. I'm waiting to graduate to the level of terrorists. I'm literally one step underneath terrorists by public opinion. Like, I'm everything under the book. I'm Satan's son. I'm a drug dealer. I'm a dictator. I've done everything, man. Prostitution. According to all these people, this is the evil person that I am. So, if people are talking about me saving my reputation, what are you talking about? So I don't.
Well, if you don't.
Everything is in context. Everything is in context. Everything is in context. When people get into
starting to cut out real bad.
Oh, when people get into heated conversations, people use words, curse words, or whatever, There's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's not necessarily like hate speech or anything like that, it's not a problem. Or like the way, look at my wife's big head. It's not like what people make it out to be. So I don't mind leaving it up so people can look back for it or whatever the case may be, because it is what it is, you know, according to, like, that's what I said. I don't like when people go and clip things out and put it on their videos and without context. I would have to leave this up anyway because people take things out of context regardless. So there's someone who already recorded this stream already. So me deleting it would be deleting my own proof just in case someone tries to use my words against me out of context by clipping a soundbite. So I'm gonna keep it up, and you just and I'll put as a listing, and you can use it however you want. Okay.
Okay.
All right then. In any event, guys, I am tired. I will see you all in the morning. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Bye. Yeah.
All right.
Bye. All right. Good night, guys.